What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the Timeless Gamer Show, where our games and our buds may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. Rezapa! Timeless! And the show is now streaming live in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And for all of the old episodes of the show, just check them out by going to the YouTube channel, Timeless Gamers Show, or going to the website, official timelessgamers.com. And for all of our the audio side of our show, the audio side of things. If you don't want to watch us, you can just listen to us talk. That's okay. You can still search for Timeless Gamer Show by searching it on your favorite podcast platform of your choice. And previously on the Timeless Gamer Show, we did another movie review, a video game movie related review. Okay, it was a Grandma's Boy, right? Stoner movie. uh, if you want to know what roast we did on that particular movie, you know where to go. You know what to do. For this episode, guys, just another revisit. We said we were gonna do some revisits of our previous episodes from our earlier seasons. In this case, we chose to do, or in this case, redo the beat 'em up games. All right. Uh, Nothing in particular in terms of timeline here. We're talking about any beat 'em up video games from the past up until the modern times right now. Alrighty. So introducing the panel for tonight, we got Sir Viraj. Happy birthday! And he's on mute.
I put myself on mute, didn't I? Hey guys, hope you're keeping well. Yeah, this should be a fun episode. So let's get on with it. Let's do this.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Viraj, and of course, Sir Jose.
Hey guys, welcome to today's episode, talking beat 'em ups. It's gonna be a fun one.
Alrighty, thank you for that, Sir Jose, and of course, Sir Joel.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, wherever you are. This is Joel here from New Jersey, talking about beat 'em up games here on the Timeless Gamer Show. Our philosophy here with these revisits is we are giving a chance to everybody who might not have had the chance to join us in the original episode to express their opinions on beat 'em up games. We might have some repeats. That's perfectly fine because they will have the chance to explain why they like that particular game. But yeah, we hope that you express your opinions as well in the chat, and we'll always do our very best to respond to them. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joel. And joining us right now, we got Sir Juan.
What's up?
Oh,
On everybody. Oh, on the spot. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Timeless Gamer Show for that part of the episode. Starting off, today we're going to be talking about beat 'em up style games. So I'm just trying to wake up. My bad, guys.
Yeah, he's hungover from last week's episode of Grandma's Boy.
He's still high. Yeah.
He's still high.
giving him some time to get his faculties in order.
Or just gotten high, which is
Oh,
which.
well, there's
All right,
that.
thank you for that, Sir Juan.
No.
And returning
Not
back
just
to the
gotten.
show, Sir Jason.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Timeless Gamer Show. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, very good.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Jason. And of course, the one leading the charge right now, Retro Vibes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for listening to the Timeless Gamer Show, whether it's on YouTube or podcast. Thank you so much. Yes, beat 'em ups. We'll be talking about that, so let's get into it.
Alrighty. Wow. Thank you for that, Sir RV. All right. So before we start punching and kicking and throwing hands, let's do some show and tell. In this segment, guys, we are just showcasing, bragging the the stuff that we recently acquired for the last few days or so, whether it's physical, digital, hey, whatever, whether it's video games, books, music, movies, magazines, whatever in terms of geeky culture. Let's start with it has Black Friday is done as of this date, of course. So let's start with Sir Jose. What you got for the class?
I don't even have that much. Wait, what did I fucking have? I did get this.
Oh
The
my
Pure Obscure
goodness.
edition, the Lumiere
You got the
edition,
Lumiere edition already?
What?
Oh,
and then I have the Mirror edition on its way too. So
oh
How the hell did you get
man.
that? How much is that?
it's on Amazon. Oh no, that one is
Uh-huh.
that one's a GameStop exclusive here.
Oh,
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 the
speaking of which,
Lumiere edition.
yes,
So what does it have? Like a candelabra or
yes.
something?
What additional content does it have?
Steelbook, Expeditions Journal,
Nice.
6 outfits and hairstyles, 6
Oh,
Damage outfit variations, and 2 Claire Obscure outfits.
I'd go for the Steelbook one. Those are cool. Yeah,
Yeah. And the other one
the
that
man.
has something.
Lumiere
The other one's
edition.
because like this one's only on PS5, like this Lumiere edition.
Oh,
The
I was
Mirror
looking for
edition,
Xbox.
the Mirror edition, which is a Amazon exclusive, it comes on PS5 and Xbox.
Oh
Of course.
man.
How
Okay.
come you didn't get the Xbox then?
That's the one that's on its
Yeah,
way.
he's waiting for it. It's coming in.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I
There you
got was
go.
this coloring book. If you grew up in the 90s, it's
Oh,
a
cool.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Cool.
Nickelodeon coloring
Nice
book.
one.
So
Open it. Open it. What is that?
Yeah, I would
let's
love to see a
see.
quick peek inside.
Got
Oh, very cool. There you
Nickelodeon.
go.
Oh, you got Rugrats. You got the Thornberries.
Mhm.
Wow, that's
Rocket
nice.
Power,
Very
Rocket
nice.
Power.
Aerial Monsters,
Oh, and it has Rocco's Modern Life.
Real
I'm pretty
Monster.
sure,
Cat
Cat
right?
Dog.
Dog,
Cat Dog.
Angry
Cat
Beavers,
Dog. Angry Beaver.
there's some more
Um,
Ren
All
and
right.
Stimpy.
Oh, Ren
Ren
and
and
Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Okay.
Is
And
that
Nice.
the one with a naked nurse or
No.
you know?
All
Oh,
right.
nice.
Nice choices, Jose. Very cool. Very cool. All
Very
right.
cool. Expedition 33 Lumiere
Mm-mm.
edition.
Mm-mm.
All right. Nice. Very sexy. All right. How about Sir Joe? What do you got for the class?
All right. For me, I went all digital this Black Friday, Cyber Monday because, well, to be perfectly honest, the deals were pretty much irresistible. It was too hard to pass up. So let me just do a quick share here of my GOG purchases because I always will love GOG no matter what happens. So again, weird purchases for people like me. I love the strange, the weird, the obscure. That's why my subgroup is called the Connoisseur of the Obscure. And here in GOG, I purchased Bus World. It's a driving simulator in Chernobyl, if I remember correctly. The game, which is an old classic FMV game, Driver Parallel Lines. I never got to play Parallel Lines, but I hear it's one of the best of the series. Everspace,
Number one. Number one.
yeah,
First one's always the best.
Oh, first is always the best. I'm pretty sure. But one of the very best also I hear was Parallel Lines because it has two storylines that you can follow concurrently. I think one in the past and one in the future. Everspace 2, I played the first game, had tons of fun with it. End Zone, it's a city simulator builder where it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic thing, and it has I got the what you call this. I got the DLC as well for that, and Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Think of it this way: the Mafia versus
Fun as
zombies.
hell.
Yes, yes, the Mafia versus zombies. Think about it. What a concept! And of course, a few more things like Heavy Rain, Monster Jam, Steel Titans, Seal of Evil, and Wet Tricks, which is a Tetris type of game, but with water droplets falling down into a well, where if it overflows, then you lose. It's I played it a lot way back in the day, and it was a ton of fun as well. So those are my purchases from GOG. Back to you guys.
And Joe, real quick for
Sure.
Heavy Rain,
Mm.
have you played the other two games from that
Oh yes,
studio?
I did. I did play Indigo Prophecy, if I remember correctly. I think that was the title of that one.
Well, that one they have Beyond Two
Mhm.
Souls.
Oh yeah, Beyond Two Souls. I haven't played Beyond Two
And
Souls. I
Detroit.
have it. Detroit, yes. Detroit is awesome. It's so groundbreaking in terms of storytelling. But Beyond Two Souls, I just never got the time. I'll get to it when I crack open the PS3 again. But yes, thanks for the recommend one. All right, there you go. All right, next one, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joe. How about Sir Viraj? What you got for the class?
So today I got a couple. I got this. It's a lovely San Pellegrino. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink today. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm only kidding. I actually did get a
But
game.
Raj drinks all the time. Anyway.
Yeah. Metroid Prime Beyond.
Nice. Okay.
It's rated a 12, so I'm old enough to play it. Sadly, they didn't bring out a special edition. I'm a huge Metroid fan, actually. I think those of you know me know it's my favorite Nintendo franchise, and I've been waiting so long for this. I think it's been 18 years since Prime 3 came out on the Wii. 18 years. GTA fans don't have a clue how long they have to wait for a sequel. I had to wait 18 years. All right. So sadly, it didn't come in a special edition, but we did get like a special bundle pack, which the Americans didn't get and nobody else got. So I'll show you what it is. So I got these holographic stickers. So that came in the package, and I haven't even opened it yet. But there's a keychain that comes in this little Metro Prime Beyond.
Oh, nice.
And here's the main thing that a lot of people are pissed off that they didn't get is this thing. It's a mat.
Oh.
Because it's a Metroid Prime Beyond mat. So boom, yeah. So obviously
that's not a mouse mat. What kind of mat is it?
It's a mat for the Switch 2 controller.
Like a doormat.
Oh.
No, it is
in a mouse mode.
It's a mat. It is a mat because it's designed for the Switch 2 controller.
Rat mat.
It uses the Switch 2 controller can become a mouse, and you've got motion controls. You can play the game like a mouse, like an FPS.
Okay.
I've not actually done that. I'm actually using because I like to sit comfortably, and I don't want to sort of lean over and play. I like playing on a controller now. I'm just too.
Okay.
So that's the game that I got. I've been playing it for a good few hours now. I'm really enjoying it. At first, I wasn't too sure about it because it took a while for me to get into, but now that I'm into it, now I'm really enjoying it. So it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and I thoroughly do enjoy that game. And for those of you looking for games in your Switch 2, if you're not into Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I think is still a better game than this, but I would recommend this. Like if you need something new, I know there's a Switch 1 edition as well, so those who haven't got a Switch. The Switch 1 is good. I think the ratings. I think there's a lot of reviews now. I've seen so many reviews on YouTube coming up on my feed about what they think of this. And there are some reviews don't like it. A lot of people do like it. A lot of people say that you can play it in. Obviously, you can play it in 4K at 60 frames a second, or you can play it at 120 frames a second full HD. I think the general consensus is it runs better at full HD at 120 frames a second. And the Switch 1 is just as good, actually, to be honest, because my friend Andrew has it and he goes, you know what, it's really good. And there's not much real difference in terms of the full HD aspect of it. It's only if you want to play it in the 4K and you want that sort of mouse control feature on this. That's what I would say. But obviously the Switch 2 is, if you've got a Switch 2, get a Switch 2 version. But the fact that they've allowed it to be released on the Switch 1 and they aren't sort of being anti-consumist, the fact that you have to get a Switch 2 to buy this game and play it, I think it's fair. And it's only right because Nintendo did announce it for the Switch anyway. But yeah, this is definitely a game that I'd recommend for those who have Nintendo Switch as well as Nintendo Switch 2. I think that's going to be like the last big AAA title and the last big out Switch, but I could be wrong. But definitely a game worth buying. Whether you want to buy it now, wait until it goes on sale or whatever. Definitely one that you should definitely have in your collection or play through. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Viraj. Hashtag Samus is a trans person. There you go. How about Sir Juan? What do you got for the clock?
Make a strong, independent woman a man. Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, the only thing new that I have right now is I'm actually using it. So I ended up getting me a new desk that's a lot bigger than my old desk.
Well,
this is my old desk right here. So this holds all my music recording stuff and keyboard. But I also do have, a new decent pair of kicks, for
that's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's acceptable.
No, but yeah, I've just been wanting to get a newer desk so I have more room because I want to kind of have like consoles because I want to play games like on the original consoles that I have. So I wanted more space. So like, if I want to go grab my Sega Saturn and hook it up, bam, I have to do that and have its own little area. But that's all I got, which is a new desk.
All right.
Very
Thank you
cool.
for. Ooh. Are we going to revisit the Saturn? Oh my God, we're going
Yes,
back to
we are.
Saturn, guys. Eventually. All right. Thank you for that, Sir Juan. How about Sir RV? What you got for the class?
Hello, I got this. I picked this up at EB Games on PS4. Doom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The PS4 Doom.
Yeah,
And also I picked this up not recently, but maybe a couple weeks ago. But it's a mat. It's hopefully you can see it. It's a mouse mat.
Spectacular
Oh, the three Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Toby, you got Andrew.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No Way Home Spider-Man.
That's
Okay.
the
There
one.
you
Yeah,
go.
we've got all three
Very
of them.
cool.
So yeah, I
Very
got that.
cool.
It's pretty cool. But yeah,
And
I'm
fun.
excited to kind of play that. Yeah, sorry.
The last good Marvel
There you
film.
Actually,
Yeah.
was it under the Marvel banner or was it still Sony?
It's still
With
Sony.
Oh, okay.
Still Sony. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it said Marvel when you turn it on in it and you see the Marvel logo. It's a Marvel property, man. Why are we splitting hairs over this? Yeah.
It's still Sony.
Because of the fact
They
that
don't they don't like it
Marvel,
when you say it like that. It's still Sony.
and Marvel was stupid enough to sell the rights to it. That's the
They
thing.
were,
That's
they
why
were
we beat up
broke.
on
They
Marvel.
needed the money. They needed
Yeah,
the money.
exactly. And they didn't know how much money they could generate by keeping it anyway. So
That's what it is.
all right.
All right.
And Jason.
How about Sir Jason? Do you have anything for the class?
Is from Evangelion.
Oh, nice. It's an Evangelion statue.
It's Evangelion Rey Ayanami figure.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's limited edition.
Nice.
And
My life give it to me it's for my
Oh.
birthday.
very nice, very
Yeah,
nice.
nice.
That's the best kind of gift. It's the
Yes.
best kind of gift. One where the person you love gives it to you, and it's something that you're interested in. Very nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Can you remove the flight suit?
I knew that question was coming. I knew that was coming. No, sad to say, it's
Jose,
basically
do you have a
paint-
question regarding the figure?
it's
No.
basically
After,
painted
after
on.
watching Grandma's Boy, do you have a question?
A nice one, Jason. Well done. I like that
Yes.
one. I really like that. Again, show and tell and timeless gamers, not just about video games. It's also about geeky culture. It's all about books. It's all about movies. It's all about toys. It's anything that you find interesting that
And
is part of the
furniture.
geek and furniture. And anything and furniture that is part of geek and nerd culture. Heck, if it's a standing desk, we'll feature it. There you go.
Well, without the desk, how's my computer going to get held up to do this?
Exactly. You know, you can't very well game on the floor, although can you? Anyway, all right. So let's
When you were a
continue.
kid, when I was a kid, yeah, I had to sit
Yeah.
on the floor.
How
about you, Joe? What do you got?
Well, not much. Maybe just some old stuff. But
Mhm.
as of today, I was able to finally finish the cross build game. So I'm still doing the Trails games, and I was able to finish Trails to Azure. As of today, I made sure I had to finish it by today because I'm starting my new work in a new hospital by Monday, and I'm gonna be busy
Congratulations.
for the next. I'm gonna be busy, so I said
You
I need
get
to finish.
promotion.
Yeah,
You get promotion.
yeah. I said I need to finish these games now before I head to the next game.
No,
So I
Viraj is
got.
asking if you got a promotion job.
Oh no, just a little bit closer to the house.
Well, that's a
From my
promotion.
house,
It's,
so
it's good. It's good work life
well,
balance.
pretty much the same position, same department and all that.
Okay.
So
That's good.
here you go. The cross build games of the Trails games anyway. So I got Trails to let me show you the guys.
Or as Joe lovingly
got-
calls them, the tits games. Anyway.
There you go. There you go. So I got the collector's edition of Trails from
Very
Zero,
nice. Very nice.
the first one, and
For the home
then
edition?
I got the second one, which is Trails to Azure. So this is the one that I just finished as of today, 9:40 p.m. Brisbane time. Yay! Not a very happy ending though,
Oh,
unfortunately.
really? Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, now it's one of those games that the villains win. The villains won. It's
Is
like
it
um,
is it
it's
like
like the
Empire Strikes Back?
it's like Empire Strikes Back and Infinity War. They had to
Okay.
lose in
Mm-hmm.
order for them to win eventually. And
Mm,
the more I think about it right now, yeah, it's a story decision. It was a story decision on Falcom's part on why they had to end it like that.
oh.
So that once you go to the next games, which is Trails of Cold Steel, I got
Mm-hmm.
the deluxe edition here. Trails of Cold
Mm-hmm.
Steel 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Trails of Cold Steel 2, uh,
Nice.
I also
Relentless
have those.
edition.
Mm.
Yep. So I also got these. So once you're done with Zero and Azure, and you're feeling down because of what happened there,
Mm-hmm.
you need to play these games next so that the story will continue on.
Oh
Mm.
man, I'd get so
Mhm.
confused as to the sequence of these games because of the fact that Azure came out on Switch, but Cold Steel I have on PS4, which is confusing chronologically wise. But once they come out with a complete box set in the future, that's when I'll probably
Yeah.
slam through the entire thing, and probably when I'm at the old folks' home. Anyway,
PlayStation 4. So these are the PlayStation 4
It was on
versions
PlayStation
of
3
Cold
too,
Steel
right?
1 and Cold
yes,
Steel 2.
yes.
Yeah,
Very good.
that's it.
Nice.
Really. That's all for me.
All right.
So,
So
um, do we have time to insert at least one gaming news?
Yes.
yeah, I think so. One piece of gaming news. Yeah, sure. Do you have something, John?
I mean, aside from Xbox trying to speed run killing itself, I don't know what else.
Sega saying there's not going to be a Saturn Mini or Dreamcast
There's
Mini.
that
Which
too. Yeah,
that's
heard
really
about
That's
that
upset
that's
one.
me.
true.
I guess I gotta make my peace with that and make my own now, or get
Yeah,
my own.
that basically gives you license to make your own.
Oh, there you go. The
Mhm.
RAM prices soaring
So there's
high.
also that.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
all right.
So yes, the cost of
So
memory.
what does this news mean for all of the gamers around the world? If the RAM
It
prices soaring high,
it means consoles are dead. That
Well, PC is
basically
going
is
to be
it.
more expensive as well. The
PC,
price
well,
goes.
PC is also definitely going to be more expensive, but consoles, which are going to be at the very bottom of the rung, in terms of priority for RAM, is going to be dead. There are not going to be any physical consoles in the future anymore because they require RAM, and RAM being sky high means that it's not going to be cost effective for companies to produce consoles anymore. So say bye bye to consoles in the future. I mean, there will be some, sure, possibly PS6, and possibly Xbox Series X,
Magnus.
Series X, Triple X. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, those consoles are gonna go bye bye because RAM prices are too high, and if they are gonna be coming out with a console, it's going to be $1,000 a piece, and
I think
nobody's gonna buy $1,000
I think
console
it's
anymore.
not just RAM costs. We're talking
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
about semiconductors generally speaking. I mean, the
Hmm.
pandemic might have had. I mean, pandemic was a terrible time, for
Yes. Hmm.
because what shocked me. I don't know about you, gentlemen, but the cost of flash memory has stagnated. If not, it's gone up, and it's not like there's been any technological advances
No.
bringing the cost down in
Mhm.
terms of mass manufacturing. So we're going to have a time where it's going to be a bit rough. Do I think that consoles are dead? I think it's just going to be more and more expensive. That's the truth.
Yeah, and it'll be technically dead because who's gonna spend $1,000 for a brand new console nowadays, especially if it's gonna be all
Wow.
digital anyway?
I don't know. Well, yeah, you got the money. I probably
You're
depends.
pointing at Joel for me and at Jason.
I think it'll only be
I
available.
look on my screen.
I think it'll only be available for lease. I don't think it'll be $1,000 for a console, but I do think that yeah, it's going to be more expensive. But in all fairness, look, the Nintendo Switch 2's just come out this year. I mean, we've got loads of time.
I mean, fuck. If people are sitting here spending $1,500 plus for a fucking phone, I mean, what's the difference between a phone and a console?
This is
Well, that's
true.
the thing. With the
Yeah.
phone, it's a multifunction device. You've got something that you communicate with, something that you surf the internet with, something that you play the game with, and something that you jack off with. Anyway, so yeah,
Yes,
so yes,
Other forms of entertainment, adult
that's the
entertainment.
important thing.
Yes, exactly. So, but
You
whereas
don't
with the
need that.
console, it's just one thing that you do, and it's only in one place also.
I think though
So,
that
mhm.
the people still want to be on the console because they won't have to deal with the headaches of
Well, there's
what
that.
comes with the
Yeah,
PC sometimes.
yeah, but
And
there's two things.
sometimes is my PC gonna run this game?
Yeah, but
Am
there's
I
two
gonna have
things
to
about a
upgrade?
console, though.
Hassle.
Number
He's right. It's
one,
a hassle.
number one, it's because of the fact that it's more convenient. And number two, the price, and the price is definitely going away. So with the price of a console, jacking up to maybe $1,000 a piece.
Look,
I know Viraj doubts $1,000, but I think it's a
But
very
we're
reasonable
pretty much
range.
there already. Look at the
Yeah,
price of
pretty
the
much. That's
PS5
true.
Pro
I
That's
want to
and
exactly
play.
the
yeah.
I
Xbox
want to
Series
play on my
X.
big screen. All right, I
Mm,
want to play on my
yeah.
big TV. I can't do that on a. Well, you can put a PC to that, to be fair. But
Hmm.
even then, like
Hmm.
I like the convenience of just plugging into my machines and they're there. I
You
think
see,
the
you
thing
don't
is the
have to
one.
deal with any of that. You know, anything that comes out for that system is going
Hmm.
to work.
Yeah, I know,
True, true.
but look, we could go in circles with this because we're all speculating here. So we'll see what
Hmm.
happens in the future. But I do know prices are going to go up. It's just the way it is. And to be honest, like I would argue, gentlemen, that gaming now is cheaper than it has ever been. Yeah, compared to the
In
90s.
some ways, yes. In
Yeah,
some ways, it's cheaper now than it was before.
yeah.
But there are instances where you think,
Look how
oh,
many games you guys bought already on your. We just had a show and tell episode. How many games? Oh, seriously, like back in my day, I could only afford one of these
oh,
things.
and listen to the old codger back in my day. He finally used the word.
Back in my day, yeah.
You know?
Think
So
about
where
it,
you
yeah.
can whip out the
Back
cane,
in his
Raj.
day, he only barely had enough rupees to buy this
Yeah,
game.
There you
but,
go.
Ruby's like okay. So we talk about Final Fantasy VII. How much was the RRP of that game back then? £50, $40,
About
$50
yeah.
when it came
Mhm.
out. Yeah, how much is okay? If we adjust for inflation, that's £120 in today's money, my friends. Yeah, $120, $100 in today's money. Now, a video game now is still about the same cost, and you can wait for it. There's so much competition. These things will go on sale like that. Video games are cheap. The hardware is the most expensive thing. Once you got the hardware out of the
Yeah,
way, the
but
cost.
you know what is more expensive right now, Raj? Your time. You don't
Mm.
have as much time
Well,
anymore.
only old people say that. But yeah, I understand what you
Yeah,
mean.
you the one says the one who said in back in my day, right?
No, but you're right. We're not. It's time rich. Being time rich is the key thing. You
Yes.
can get the games cheap, but it's time rich. That's an old story, isn't it? When we're kids, we got all the time, we ain't got the money, and now when you have the money, you ain't got the time. So
And
that's
exactly,
why. That's why. Unlike you bozos, I bought one game because that's all I know. I've got time for. Have you got time for all your games? No. I
or
don't.
like JDM says in the chats, you whippersnappers. Anyway.
Choir boy. You're a choir boy compared to me.
All
No, I
right.
don't.
So I think that's the news for the week.
Yeah.
RAM prices are going through the roof, and it puts the future of the gaming industry in question. All right, let's proceed.
Something to understand because the popularity of artificial intelligence right now, most of these
Mhm.
companies are investing way too much on artificial intelligence, and for you to run this artificial intelligence AI, you need a lot of RAM.
Mhm.
Okay, and so hey, that's why the priority is going to them, and for us gamers, not so much.
Key
That's
takeaway
why
from Joe. For
when
you, AI needs a lot of ramming. Anyway, continue.
needs a lot of ramming.
Yes. All right.
Beat 'em up, guy. Beat 'em up, gentlemen. All right, let's do beat 'em up games. All right. So back in season one, as far as I can remember, we I remember we did like an aggregate. I asked a lot of beat 'em up Facebook groups on what would be their top 10 or top 20 beat 'em up games, and then rounded them all up, and then we just discussed the top 10 based from what the Facebook groups mentioned. Now it's just us telling our favorite beat 'em up games, or at least the ones that we love playing. Alrighty. So who wants to go first? How about starting from the very start of the beat 'em up genre, the one that started them all? I think Sir Joel has the
All
floor
right.
for this one.
Yeah. All right. So, according to the ever reliable and never failing Wikipedia, the very first beat 'em up game ever was an arcade game called Kung Fu Master. All right, Kung Fu Master is an arcade game, a side-scrolling beat 'em up game where you are your girlfriend. I completely forgot her name. I think Alice. I think was kidnapped and taken to a Chinese pagoda temple where you, as Thomas, now heard that she's not. I would say was where you, as the main character Thomas, has to fight his way through multiple floors of a pagoda and multiple enemies, punching and kicking your way, and fighting bosses on each floor so that you are able to reach your girlfriend Alice. Of course, this was a game that was based, well, loosely on a Jackie Chan movie called Meals on Wheels, with a lot of yeah. What?
Speaking of
What,
old people,
Jose?
speaking of old people,
What? You couldn't help it. Why did you burst out laughing on that one? Okay.
Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie? It's
No,
fun.
it's because
It's a good
that's
one.
the program that feeds old people.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, yeah, that's the program that feeds old people nowadays. But in the old 1970s, 1980s kung fu theater style of watching,
No, no,
Meals on
that's a
Wheels.
thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, Meals on
Kung,
Wheels.
yeah,
It's a
Kung Fu
thing.
Theater. Yeah, it is a thing. And Kung Fu Theater was something that we indulged in back in the old days in IBC 13, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Meals on Wheels was a Jackie Chan film with Sammo Hung, some of the other big names like I completely forgot. Yuan Biao. Yes, and Yuan Biao. So yes, that one was what this game was based on. In Japan, it's called Spartan X, and it's something that you guys might be familiar with who played the Famicom version. It's called Spartan X for people who played the Japanese Famicom. But the arcade version, Kung Fu Master, was touted as the very first beat 'em up game where you run across multiple floors fighting off multiple enemies coming to you, giving you the hug of death. Because once they come in contact with you, they slowly drain your life meter over at the top left portion. Your life meter goes down precipitously. You have to waggle your controller. I'm surprised that you don't jump on in on that one. Yeah, for you to be able to shake them off.
It's a low
And
hanging fruit.
yeah, I know, I know it's low hanging fruit. I was wondering if you were going to
Beneath
jump in
me.
on that. Okay, fine. But yes, that's the thing. So, Kung Fu Master is the arcade game. I got to play it on the arcade finally when the local arcade got it here in Dover, New Jersey, and it's a ton of fun. It's a quarter muncher for sure. If you played this in the old days and you had to play, oh sorry, it wasn't Alice, it was Sylvia. There you go. And Thomas is the name of the main character. Thomas is supposed to represent Jackie Chan, and yeah, I played it. It's hard as nails,
Yeah,
honestly. If
that's
it was
fucked up.
if you played it by the original arcade and you had to pay quarters for it, you would run out very quickly because the enemies that rush you, they bum rush you, they throw knives at you, um, pots of whatever come down from the ceiling and smash on the floor, turn to snakes and bite you. It's hard, but it's fun. Honestly, for those of you with good memories of it, as Spartan X on the Famicom, will enjoy the original arcade version as well. It's hard. The hit detection is a little off, but it's still a ton of fun. So, those of you who are watching the live feed here and doing the visuals can see footage on the screen. So I think some of you might be familiar with it. So impressions, anybody who might have actually seen this, played this, or ever had an opinion on it, what are your thoughts on this,
I,
Raj?
I played this when I was modding my SNES
Mhm.
Mini and putting the ROMs on there, like a bad man. So I played it. I thought, okay, this is an interesting game. Kung Fu Master, because that's what I was introduced to it for.
Yeah.
Interesting tidbit of information. Shigeru Miyamoto made the NES one.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay.
And Data East, obviously, they did the localized American arcade port, and Irem did the Spartan X Japanese arcade. Anyway, it's another issue. But obviously, I think back in those days, it was like compared to the arcade version, even though it's scaled down, it's still actually quite close to it.
It is, yes.
In how it is back then, and yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, up until that point, the first beat 'em up, like they talk about like really old beat 'em ups, is this game. I don't know if you heard it. It's called My Hero. It's a Sega
I don't think I've tried that one.
No,
No.
My Hero. It's a Sega beat 'em up in a similar vein as this. It's a side-scrolling one plane, and you just punch people and you walk down the street. It's much more primitive than this, I would say. But no, I thought this was a very good game for its time. You know, there's something quite compelling about you wanted to play, even if you die and you want to keep going, because the controls are quite tight. Even though you say it was a quite much, obviously the console version is different. That's the only one I was introduced to. I thought the controls were quite tight and well done on the NES, and I think it's actually a very good game. I had the mini arcade. I've since sold it. That my arcade did. They sold a Kung Fu Master mini arcade. And it's obviously just the NES port on there. And that's how I played it. It's quite a fun game for what it is. I remember seeing this. I don't know if it's this game, but it might have had a reference in this movie called Kickboxer. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Oh, I maybe, yeah. It came out in 1984. That reminds me. It came out in 1984. So you young whippersnappers probably weren't born by then yet. So yeah. Anyway,
it's a fun game for what it is. The controls are tight. You have a lot more varied gameplay, as you can see here. You're moving up and down. It's dynamic. It's not just like My Hero, which is the Sega one. It's just a side scroller. That's all it really is, and you're punching. Whereas this is a bit more of a dynamic gameplay, and it changed up the way you play with it. So because you've got more variety in there, it actually makes it a much more enjoyable experience as a game. Obviously, I was introduced to beat 'em ups in the 16-bit era, which we're going to see later on in this episode. But I think for its time, this definitely was a standout, and it's a good choice. And and it's a good beat 'em up for what it is because the controls work. I think one of the biggest issues that beat 'em ups suffer is maybe input lag, or it's just the way that the hitboxes when you're attacking one, it's not just that good. You have to be programmed properly, and I think this is actually a game for what it is. Very well made.
Yeah. All right, we'll take one more opinion, and then we'll move on to the next game. Anybody else want to express their opinion on Kung Fu Master or Spartan X, as it was known in Famicom?
I played this a lot on the NES. I think I actually have it somewhere behind me.
Oh, there you go.
I also have the Atari 2600 version.
Nice. Okay.
I always found the game hard, but that was me back then. I haven't played it recently, so I might have to give it another go and see what it feels like this time.
Yeah,
because I remember the controls being weird. But if Raj says that he thought they were good, then maybe it was just us as kids that it felt weird.
Possibly. Yeah. No, because we were crap as kids. Let's be honest, Jose. When you get older and you start playing this game, like this is what I have to get. You adjust around the controller. As a kid, you don't have that cognitive ability or that what I call it gaming coherence. We haven't developed it as kids, but no, I thought it was good for what it was. But to each their own. I don't know how good you are at video games, Jose, but we'll see.
All right, so yeah, we won't dwell too long on this one. The first is like Juan says, the first is always the best. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Who's willing to go next?
It's weird. It's like a lot of variations in it. So it looks like it's a Karate Kid type. It looks like Daniel LaRusso, and then you're fighting midgets.
Oh yeah.
And then there was one dude literally who was throwing snakes. So it's like, dude, it's Karate Kid and Pokemon.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, agreed. All right. So who's up with their next game? All right. Let's see. Let's voluntold somebody. All right. Jose, let's go with you. Let's volunteer somebody. Yeah. All right. Okay, you go next.
All right. My game is Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems on the Super Nintendo.
Ooh, big game.
Yeah. So this came out in November '96. It's a single player beat 'em up where you control you can either be Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, the Hulk, or Iron Man. And you are tasked with looking for the they call them the Infinity Gems in the game that have landed somewhere on Earth. So when you first start off, you have 4 levels to pick from. And the first 2 gems are anywhere in the 2 levels. It's random to which one they land at. The heroes all have special moves, just like most beat 'em ups do. They all have 2. So Spider-Man, he can throw a web ball, or he can swing and then come down flying. Spider-Man's probably like the best character. He's one of the weaker ones, but he does like a 6-hit combo. So once you get the power gem, if you add that with him, then he's really good. You can fly through the game with him. Most of the time, you're spent fighting doppelganger character versions of other heroes. So you'll see like a weird vision, a weird puck. There's these Doom drones. What else is there? There's the She-Hulks. There's some Hawkeye guys. There's this Iron Man guy who somehow, for some reason, has spikes on his shoulders. I don't know. But the game is kind of hard. There's
It's hard.
There's a part where I remembered it different as a kid. There's a part where you're in an aquarium and it's flooding, and I thought as Iron Man you could continue to breathe underwater, but you can't. So you have like a air meter that you have to get through that part of the stage first to be able to refill it. And Wolverine does not heal for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was.
So basically, they're Team Marvel characters. Okay, got it. Okay.
But the game is really hard. I actually beat it for the first time last night.
With a bunch of cheats.
No cheats. No cheats at all. I did use the password system to go back to where I was, because it does have a password system because it doesn't have like a save feature. And some characters are better suited in spots than others. I remember I streamed this game a long time ago, and there's this part in this level where there's spikes coming down at you, and Iron Man's stupid ass combo has him uppercut at the end, and it threw him straight into the spikes, and that was instant death. And I was like, really? And this is probably like one of the hardest fucking parts right here, is this part where you're in Mount Vesuvius. There's just those fireballs flying at you, and there's that Silver Surfer just keeps coming back, and he's either just ramming straight through you, or he's shooting a projectile at you. It's a really fun game. The game ends like almost like a fighting game, because the last stage you literally just fight Nebula one-on-one right away, and then right after Nebula you fight Thanos. But I really like this game as a kid. I could never beat it as a kid. I could never get past the Magus when you go to space. And then I think the Magus. Magus.
Oh.
Whenever you beat this, whenever I played this on stream like a couple years ago, that's the furthest I could get, and that's the furthest I'd ever gotten. But last night I just kept going at it, and I even like paused it and just walked away and then came back, and then I was able to get through the rest of it with just Spider-Man left, because everyone else was dead. You can revive characters, but I'd gotten to the point where there was no more stages and I couldn't collect no more items, so I just had to go Power Gem Spider-Man and then just try to make it through Nebula, and then just try to make it through Thanos in the last one, and then there you go. I don't know if anyone else has played this.
I've played it and I gave up. But now that I know you've beaten it, I think I can't allow Jose to sort of. I have to be as good as him now, so I'm gonna have to play this all the way through and give my thoughts on it. Is this based on an arcade game, or was it just made?
No, this is just
Avengers.
Yeah, but I do. One thing I like about it off the beat is I like the sprite work. I like big sprites. One thing I love about Capcom games is they had some really nice detail in their sprites. I remember the sound of this game was very good, and I liked it. But I just felt this is my issue with the Super Nintendo. Typically, I'm sure you gents will agree, that bloody cropped screen. Like, the sprite is too big for the output. That's why I get really annoyed with Super Nintendo, because like you can't see, like you haven't got much. Like, say he's in the middle of the screen, you can't see what's happening next. Like, you haven't got much of a. Do you understand? And you feel like sometimes something hits you, you get a cheap kill. So that's why I got frustrated with it, because you feel like you're just too big for the screen that's coming out. But it's a nice big sort of platformer beat 'em up, if you like. I liked it for what it was, but I thought, do you know what, man? I'm going to give up on this and come back to it another day. As you bring up, this is basically the Avengers Infinity War. Before they called it Infinity Gems, isn't it? It's like the Avengers game of the 1990s, and I think it's very, very nice. And yeah, again with you, Spider-Man is probably the best all-rounder as a character here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one a go. But I liked it for what it was, but I was just crap at it, and maybe I should just give it another go. Now that I know if you can beat it, I can beat it in it. So I've got to beat it. I've got to beat it on hard mode as well, just to trump you even more. But yeah, thanks for bringing this one up. This is actually a good one, actually.
I mean, if you guys didn't mention that you're fighting evil clones, I would have thought maybe they're doing like a secret, the Secret Wars or Civil War storyline here, where the heroes are fighting each other. But no, you're fighting evil clones. Yeah, and just a side note, Silver Surfer has a fine ass.
What? Are we talking about the new Fantastic Four film?
No, he's talking about the
Oh,
one
no,
in
talking
here,
about this
the
one.
guy one.
Why are you?
Fight work Silver Surfer in this game.
Of course, that would
Very
be one of the
revealing.
first thing that Joe would notice. Anyway, continue. All right, all right. That's pretty much it. Okay, so anybody else want to chime in on this, or want to move on to the next game?
Well, it looks interesting. I haven't played this one. Like, it looks really
Yeah.
interesting. So I'm gonna have to go on the hardest difficulty to kind of top Barrage here. So if there's anything better than hard,
Very hard mode.
Give it a go.
I think this was one that was underrated. I didn't even know it existed on Super Nintendo. Because it came out in '96, you say. So by then, I don't know about you guys in America, but we'd moved on to PlayStation and Saturn by then, because we embraced. I think the general consensus I've noticed is Super Nintendo had a longer life in America and had a lot more of a following in America for up to '97 or something, whereas we were really moving on at that point. And I think everyone goes on about the whole console will say versus Nintendo, but for us in Europe, it was a tie at best. I mean, because 1994 is when Nintendo started to take over, but when PlayStation came out, that changed everything for us in Europe. People embraced that technology straight away, and I think people generally stopped buying Super Nintendo and Mega Drive games, in 95, 96. And 96 is that year where I think a lot of Super Nintendo games. I'm looking at you, Donkey Kong Country 3 didn't even get bought, or there weren't as many copies there. That's why it's so expensive. I think
Donkey Kong Country 3.
Yeah, that's a very expensive game, and so it's
terrible, honestly.
So I know it's not the best it's actually the weakest in the three, but it's the most expensive because there weren't as many copies. And it's the same with this game. Like, I can imagine this game being really expensive because it was a late release. Not as many copies were probably made or sold because people had embraced the PlayStation at that point in Europe. But I'm speaking from a European perspective. I don't know about you guys in America. But again, I think that they're the interest in Super Nintendo is waning in. But I do think that is a shame because I think some of the best looking stuff for the 16-bit era did come out towards the mid to late 90s when people weren't really looking at that format anymore. People were moving on to the 5th gen. That's just my opinion on that. But anyway. Right. So that's that game.
Let's throw it now to Sir RV. So Sir RV will be the one to choose who's going next.
Thank you. Just a quick side note. Yes, I did play that one, Sir Jose, and at my friend's house, and it is very hard. I never actually managed to do it, but since you did it, I think I'll give it a shot as well.
All right, everyone play that game. Everyone beat it. Report back to me.
Next episode. So
I'll just watch a video from the beginning to the end. There you
go.
Yeah. I think I'll do mine now. So speaking of beat 'em ups, let me just bring up mine. Mine was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. I actually played this first in arcade with a bunch of other kids, and it was just chaotic fun. I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was doing.
Was it a 4-player cab or the 2-player cab?
The four player. I was the fourth person, and I put my dollar in, and I just button mashing. I didn't know what to do, but it was a whole lot of fun. And then I actually then played it on the Super Nintendo. That's only 2 players though, the Super Nintendo. And during then, it was hugely popular, the TV animated series. So that's why I kind of wanted to play it in the arcade. So I love watching TV series. So that's why I was like, I got to play this game. And to be honest, for me, comparing it to the Super Nintendo, it really shines as a co-op. In my opinion. And so you play as one of the 4 turtles. So you got Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Fun fact, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually started as a dark, violent comic and then became famous later on. They were all wearing red masks, but then in the cartoons, the turtles distinguished themselves using different color masks. And the creators, got here, Eastman and Laird, named them, if you don't already know, after Italian artists. So you got, for example, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael Sanzo, Donatello, who's named after the sculpture, Donatello di Nicola. So in some countries, I'm not sure, you might have to correct me if I'm wrong here, in some countries, censorship laws deemed ninja too violent.
That's correct. In Europe. We called it
In
Hero
Europe,
Turtles.
they were
So it's
called
Hero
Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant
Yeah.
Hero
Yeah,
Turtles.
Europe further
Who's
distinguishes
this?
itself as very barbaric, you know.
So when
It's
I
like
created the build on my SNES Mini, I have both Hero Turtles and Ninja Turtles because I wanted to have both on there because
Yeah.
yeah, Europe where you can actually get jailed for sharing a meme now. Anyway, continue.
yeah, that's right.
So obviously you got the turtles or heroes, whatever you want to call them. Leonardo blue uses the katanas. Donatello purple uses the bow staff. Raphael uses the twin side, and you got Michelangelo using the nunchucks. What I liked about this was the story. Obviously, you got the title comes Turtles in Time. So the main villain Shredder kind of teleports the turtles into different time eras. For example, you've got the dinosaur age. And what I liked about the dinosaur age, for example, is that you can see it there on the screen if you're watching on the YouTube. The enemies are riding the dinosaurs, and you've got the pterodactyls carrying the enemies and dropping them off. And so you'd have to beat them up. And you've got other cool levels, like there's a futuristic level where you're on like a hoverboard, and it's a bonus round, that one. But that one's really cool. It keeps it really fresh each level. So, beat 'em ups, they can kind of get a bit repetitive. You know what I mean? You can kind of go, just beat them up, move to the next level, next wave, beat them up, what's not. But this kind of like, it keeps it fresh each level. You got like a pirate ship level, you got a train level. Another one, you're in the sewer surfing, and the enemies jump up, and you've got to kind of beat the enemies up there. One thing I noticed is when you grab and try to throw somebody, it kind of makes you invincible. I'm not sure if you kind of invincible, and that's actually one of the you'll find when you play the game.
Nut on them.
You got to throw. Use this tactic to throw the enemy into the screen to beat one of the bosses. And so overall, what I liked is it had a nostalgic feeling. This is why I wanted to choose this game, because it's actually one of the first games I played in the arcade. This game. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, it's a big game. I mean, just for those of you listening, it's really interesting. So this is a port of an arcade game, which you can now buy on Nintendo Switch and on PlayStation 4. It's the Cowabunga Collection. Really cheap, guys, to get this if you want it. And Steam as well. I think you can get the Cowabunga Collection. And this game, along with the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja series, is on there. We're talking the NES games and the other arcade games as well. So definitely really cheap, a really great compilation and worth getting. So I just want to throw that out there because I think it's very important that I mentioned that fact. Worth getting, and you should get it. I think they brought that out at the same time, Shredder's Revenge, which is a spiritual successor that was developed for Nintendo Switch as well. And that's actually really good. But in regards to this particular game, we're talking the Super Nintendo port. It's very good for what it is. It's a game that escaped my radar because I was a Mega Drive kid. I had something called Hyperstone Heist. I don't know if you guys know about that game. And that's a port of a port. That's actually a port of the Super Nintendo game. And there are differences between the two, really. And the story's slightly been changed. So the Super Nintendo is the better game, to be blunt. It has more levels. There's variety of smoother overall gameplay. You're allowed to, the mode 7, we can throw characters at the screen. You have that on Nintendo. Yeah. So you have that. You don't have that on Mega Drive. But although the Mega Drive does have sort of longer levels, and you've got a dedicated dash button, so it's a faster game. The AI is faster, so it's a bit more of a challenge. And they have longer levels as well. And they have a bus. Obviously, I think there's a rush mode for the bosses. The boss rush mode. So I like that. But the Super Nintendo is a super game because it's just that much more of a game. And you have, obviously, you can change the settings to like anime colors, or you can have it as like comic colors or whatever it was. So there's a few settings in there. I played it years later, Hero Turtles. Okay, much more forgiving in terms of the rate, because it's a slower game here because we run at PAL 50 hertz, right? Not 60 hertz like the Americans here. And I obviously it plays better in 60 hertz. Let's be honest. And the extra resolution doesn't really help that much, to be honest. The SNES did have that crop screen again, but in all fairness, this is probably, in my opinion, the best beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo. And the Super Nintendo did actually have a lot of beat 'em ups in the Mega Drive, sadly. But I think this is the one that a lot of people will go to. And again, it's a shame that they couldn't put all 4 players on Super Nintendo. We could have a lot of fun. I think that's the only thing that's missing with this game. It is a good party game. sound effect I liked on it. It had really good sound effect. You had speech on the Super Nintendo. What one that Mega Drive didn't have speech, so I'll always remember day 1, 3 a.m. as that's being that's like the main thing that when you play the first level, and you play it, and it's fun. It's fun, and yeah, I don't want to waffle on too much because I'm sure everyone's got something to say about this, but a great game for sure.
Yeah, this was gonna be my choice, but RV beat it to me because
sorry about that.
No, you're good. This is probably like one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. I remember getting this for Christmas.
RV beat it to you? My goodness. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he beat it all over me.
Okay, fine.
Ectoplasm everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I remember that move about throwing the character to the screen. I remember when me and my brother got to Shredder, we were like, how are we supposed to beat him? Because you see him, like you see from behind his shoulder.
Point of view. Yeah.
And we're like, what do you do? And then like I think like one of us like accidentally learned how to like throw.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. And we're like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
You're supposed to throw the foot soldier at him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
lots of game overs in that segment until you work out what it is.
Nobody knew how to do it at first. No,
is the one you want to play. The arcade one does have its place. It does have the 4 players, but I think the Super Nintendo one is just way better. The music is so good in this. This game actually got a remake in 2009 called Turtles in Time Reshelled, but it sucks.
Oh, why does it suck?
Sucks. It's it doesn't look that great. Like if you look up pictures of it, it doesn't look that great. It's based off of the arcade version, so you don't have all the extra stuff you do in the Super Nintendo, and it plays weird. It's like it's not that great of a game. I remember I bought it and I still own it because it's on my 360, but it was not that great of a remake. They should have just left it alone. And I remember there was a lot of hype around it too because it's Turtles in Time, but it did not live up to that hype. Speaking of games that don't live up to hype. But yeah, and unfortunately you can't play that version anymore because it's been delisted, so you'll have to like download it and play it on an emulator or something.
Hashtag stop killing games.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Remember
Anyone else
playing this once a week? Used to play this once a week. There was a laundromat around the corner from my house, so I used to have to go with my mom, and like literally, like this is the only game that they had there. So many quarters spent in this damn game and never beat it.
My laundromat only had Pac-Man and Galaga.
All laundromats had Pac-Man and Galaga.
You guys not have washing machines? What's going on? Who's got a laundromat? What's going on?
We have this communal thing, Viraj, where we all gather together and have parties there. It's called the laundromat.
We do it manually.
Yeah.
For us, it was whenever the washer or the dryer was broken.
Yeah.
Or if you needed to wash something bigger that the washing machine couldn't handle, like blankets or something, you go to the laundromat.
Double bed duvet, you have to use that.
Yeah.
Right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, so considered as one of the Konami beat 'em up Trinity video games, along with Simpsons arcade and the X-Men arcade. Go ahead. Out of all of the three, Turtles in Time was the only game from the Konami lineup that got a console port. Well, if you're gonna count Simpsons in Amiga or I don't know, but hey, would have been nice. But I do got this. Show this to you guys. I forgot I had this one. So this is my copy of the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time. Okay. I remember getting this one when Sir Joel visited the Philippines a while back. So we went to Chairman Erwin, and I found this, and it was a little bit pricey at the time, but I said, well, you know what? It's Turtles in Time, Super Nintendo. Might as well. So bought it, jumped the gun.
Nice.
Where's the box and the manual for it?
Oh,
Oh,
there's
it's
no
just a
such
loose
thing in the
part.
Philippines. No, we toss stuff
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
out.
What the
Actually, no,
hell?
not actually in
yeah.
the Philippines. They arrive here. They arrive in the Philippines without boxes and manuals, I believe,
Mm,
if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
really? I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
really interesting.
no.
yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at the box. I want to have a look at the cartridge. Let's have a look at that cartridge, man.
Viraj wants to have a look at the card.
Oh, it's inside the plastic
Yeah,
protector
That
thingy.
controller.
that's for the ugly Super Nintendo, the American one. Okay, that's what the
Mhm.
The
American one.
SNES, the American version Super
Says here.
Nintendo. The
Oh.
only way to play Super Nintendo games. The
Oh.
US version, of course.
Oh, I want to
Very
respond to
confusing.
JDM's question here. What was that video game where you can play games in the laundromat? That was Arcade Paradise, JDM. You saw me stream that one time, and that was a
Arcade
ton of
Paradise.
fun. Honestly, that was a great game. And Jose responded, Arcade Paradise. If you modern gamers want something with the feel of a laundromat with multiple arcades in it, Arcade Paradise. Play that one. That was
Did you
so
already
good.
got that one?
Which
Did you
one?
already
Yeah,
got the physical copy of that one?
yeah, we got that one, and I
Yeah,
think we got it from Miss Lera, right? If I remember correctly.
yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did. Yeah, all
Want to have that
right.
laundromat filled? Just go play the game on your washer or dryer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you get so many arcades in the back, you start making enough money of it, where you can actually just forget the laundromat.
No, I'm saying no,
That.
no. If you want that feel at home, just take
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You
that's
turn
true.
the
That's true.
laptop, just
But
go
yeah,
sit it on top
but
of a
if you
washer
want the
dryer.
real laundromat, there's still plenty here in this area.
Oh yeah, we have those things.
All right, next person then.
Very good.
So RV, choose the next person.
Okay, let us go with Sir Juan.
All
All
right.
right,
Well,
Juan,
Beat 'em
you
up.
got it.
well, my beat 'em up choice game is Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm just kidding. No,
I was like, damn. I was like, he's really high.
no. The game that I pick, I mean, it's a good series, but the game that I want to pick, especially for going old school consoles, is going to be Streets of Rage 3 for the Sega Genesis.
Why are you picking the one that I've chosen? Come on. Oh, fine, go on.
Well, go for it. Go for it.
You're nominating me now. Goodness.
We can. Okay.
You can do one.
Well,
I thought you were going to do one.
no, I never said one. I thought I said 3.
Somebody said one in the chat. Didn't someone say one? I can't remember. If you want to pick
Well,
things,
we can tag team it. You can talk about
Yeah,
3.
tag team it.
Oh yeah, tag team it. Yeah,
I'll
go
talk
for it.
about-
Two
I'll tell you
player
what,
this one.
I'll
Yeah,
talk
we can
about bare
I
knuckles.
mean, beat 'em up games in essence always
Just-
been multiplayer. So
beat
go on
each
ahead.
other off. Just beat each other off. Right
No,
now.
my
Beat
goodness.
each other off.
Tell you what, you talk about Streets Rage 3, and I'll talk about bare knuckle 3. All right?
Okay.
Fine,
That's
fine.
how he
Okay.
wants it. He wants you to beat him off
Alright.
bare knuckle.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Ah.
Okay.
Knuckle, mate.
All right, Juan, go for it.
Go on.
Well, okay, so Streets of Rage 3 was released in 1994 on the Sega Genesis, and it's a side-scroller beat 'em up, where players can, you can choose several characters in this installment to fight against waves of enemies, depending on your difficulty, if you want to play easy or hard. But from the first 2 games, this game introduces a lot of new gameplay mechanics. Damn, I drew a blank.
Well, you can run in it for starting.
Yeah.
That's one
So, yeah.
mechanic. Yeah, 2. Okay.
So, what was the other one? You can dodge.
Yep.
You're able to, run and do, special moves with weapons in this one.
You basically utilize the 6-button controller, which the other 2 only uses the 3-button controller. So you can do a back attack and use one of the buttons as a 4th one as well. So you have a lot more to that. Much more faster game, better graphics, as you can clearly see, better sprite work. Typically, what's being played here is actually the Japanese version, which is bare knuckle 3, and you can tell that because Axel is wearing the white beat or whatever you want to call it. So he's wearing that. In the American one, or in our localized Western release, he wore a yellow one.
Yellow.
And they changed the sprite work, and there were a lot of things they did to the Japanese original, and they butchered it in the localization. But that in itself is a discussion for later on. But yeah, you have a lot more powerful attacks. you have when you're playing 2-player, you can do it on Streets of Rage 2 and 1 even to some extent, but you could do combination attacks where you can jump and you can leap off someone and do a bigger attack as well. So you have a whole variety of interesting facets to this game. And also you have obviously an interesting part when you get towards the end as well. You have a timer section in there that we know about. And you have a lot more challenging boss fights. One of the things that I think one of the biggest controversial aspects and interesting facets is the soundtrack won an award for being the best sound of the year or something by Yuzo Koshiro, but it's actually quite controversial because some people just found some of the soundtracks to be quite grating on your ears because it's an experimental synth that he was using for the game that did a lot of its own melodies. It was like kind of like, I don't want to use the word AI in 1994, but it sort of created its own sort of ostinato, its own sort of melodies that Yuzo Koshiro used. And some of the soundtrack is really good, but some of it's just really noisy, if I'm being honest, in my opinion. But hey, it won the awards.
I can listen to the hell out of.
Yeah, I like the soundtrack.
Three's my favorite one out of the soundtracks.
Wow, so there you go.
1 and 2 are good. But if you want to go, further to now 4, that soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, I've got the soundtrack music. For me, 2 and 3 are my favorite soundtracks, to be honest, of the series. And I love Yuzo Koshiro because it was a combination between Sega and his Ancient. He's got his company called Ancient that worked with the sound and some of the assets of the game. You have a lot more detailed backgrounds as well. It's probably, in terms of the polish of the series, it's the best of the 3. It's also the most challenging of the 3 because, as I mentioned earlier with localization, not only did they change, obviously, the sprite work on this, they made the game harder for Western audiences, a lot harder, to the point of where, and they were aware, Sega knew this, right? So back then, and if you remember, cast your thoughts back to the Ryo Hasegawa. When we interviewed him, we talked about this very briefly, about how Sega would take a game that they'd make in Japan, they'd edit it to make it a bit harder because they knew people were renting this from Blockbuster. And that was it, $3 for a weekend, you could rent a game, and then you just beat it, and then you return it or whatever. But they made the game, they knew the game was quality, but they made it so difficult you couldn't beat it in a weekend. And what it was is it made the buyer want to buy the game. And that's what Sega of America did. It wasn't just with this game. Games like Dynamite Heady, there's a few others as well that I know of. Even Konami did the same as well with Contra. It's harder than the Japanese version. So this wasn't just something exclusive to Sega. So they made the game harder. They butchered the story. See this homosexual character here that they have here. That was censored on the Western release. It wasn't in the Streets of Rage 3. Ash is his name, and he's a boss in this. And the reason they cut him out of the game is because they didn't want to create negative stereotypes against homosexuals. So that was actually censored for Streets of Rage 3 for Genesis and our European Mega Drive release. So we don't have this extra boss. So you have that. So the more complete game is actually the Japanese version, Bare Knuckle 3. There's also another level. I don't know, for those of you who are real enthusiasts about beat 'em ups and want to know about this, there's a level that's actually in the ROM file that hackers sort of discovered.
One moment, Viraj. That's absolutely wrong that they censored the homosexual for creating negative stereotypes. Homosexuals are just as capable of being evil and as much as any regular person. I am completely against censoring them because of the fact that they are perfectly capable of being evil and bad and doing doing terrible things as normal people. So no censorship. Notice
it's the 90s, guys.
I think we're talking about the
notice censorship.
The attire he was wearing and that look of the whole Blue Oyster Bar look from Police Academy.
But yeah, notice censorship because they're just as capable of doing evil things as regular people are.
Well,
If you don't know the game, you're just gonna get your ass beat in the guy with assless chat. So
there you go. Yeah. Anyway, I've derailed Viraj's thought process.
So we're talking about there's a level in here where you're riding motorbikes and it's actually in the game. Taking it out, and there's something called Streets of Rage DX. There's a patch, a ROM patch you can get, and you can have that level back, which is pretty cool. So that, and obviously you got like a lot more fights with Shiva, who's like the ultimate badass in Streets of Rage, in Streets of Rage 3, and there's that last bit at the end, which is really interesting. Obviously, the story has also been tweaked as well for the American version. There's a translation patch for Bare Knuckle 3 as well, so you can play. And the best way to play this game is on Bare Knuckle 3, to be honest with you. It's a much more forgiving experience. And why forgiving is thinking, well, there's some people like, I want the challenge, I want to play Streets of Rage 3. you could do that, but you realize you're just hurting your thumbs more because it's just like literally these things are just hit sponges. That's what they've done with their enemies, and it's just an uncomfortable experience. I would say Streets of Rage 3 compared to Bare Knuckle 3, and you can make it hard if you want. On Bare Knuckle 3, just patch it with an English translation patch. That's the best way to play this game. But it was actually a very good game. It was a solid game for the Mega Drive, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Years later, because I didn't have it when I had the Mega Drive, I bought it years later because I only had Streets of Rage 1, and I bought the other 2 and 3 after the Mega Drive had its run when Saturn was out.
Quick question. Am I wrong in thinking that I could be misremembering that? It could be a ghost memory. Are Bare Knuckle / Streets of Rage and Final Fight in the same universe, or
No,
I'm misremembering
No.
it?
Final Fight is Capcom. That's Street Fighter and Final Fight.
There it is. That's it. That was the false memory. So Street Fighter and Final Fight were
They're in the same
are
universe.
in the same universe. Got it. Thanks. Okay.
Correct. Okay, so
Got
yeah,
it.
but yeah, again, it's got a lot more in the game. It's a lot more intense compared to the first 2 games, that's for sure. So if you want a challenge, it's Streets of Rage 3. So yeah,
Streets of Rage 3 on hard. It's a challenge.
yeah, Streets of Rage on hard. Yeah, that's it. But again, with beat 'em ups, I really want to stress this point because I don't think it's been stressed yet. It's much more fun to play than with 2 players and more. Like you don't want to play beat 'em up on your own. It's a fun game when you've got someone who's just as good as you. You can take on the gangsters of the cities with, or the foot soldiers in Turtles in Time. Like you want to play a beat 'em up, just find someone to play it with because it's not as it multiplies the fun by synergy. 2 + 5. You get so much more. That's my thoughts on that.
No, very good.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's fun to play with somebody else. But if you also want that damn challenge,
Yeah.
Playing by yourself is where you want to go. And essentially, I mean, the only person I play with is like my brother, but he's away from me. Or
Yeah.
I play with Jose. We at one point we did a playthrough of the first 3 games, and yeah, we need to go back and finish that.
We did,
Yeah.
we still haven't played 4.
Well, 4. I do. I speak to Dan Faulkner about 4, and Dan doesn't like number 4 that much. Well, he likes it. It's a solid game, but for him, 2 is the best. And he says the reason he doesn't like 4 is because it's too long. They made it too long for you to
That's
sit
what she
down.
said. No.
That's what she said.
I mean, but you got to think,
to sit down, and really an experience should be maybe 2 to. It's like 4 hour long game. Really it should be like a 2 to 3 hour. That's what Dan was telling me.
I mean, but depending on how hard you play it, if you play it on Mania Plus, then dude, that game takes fucking forever because it's like nonstop waves. But then too, you got to think. I mean, from Streets of Rage 3 to 4, dude, it was a 20+ year gap.
Yes.
For them to release something, and everything, from 3 to 4, they redid everything.
That's correct.
It was like a 22-month process to
Yeah,
make this
it took a long time, and I have a lot of respect for Lizard Cube and the people who made 4. They did a lot of work, and it was actually 4 players simultaneous play. It's actually really fun because I did that over Christmas 2 years ago, and me and my friends hooked up to the Switch. I had a stick, one had a Mega Drive controller, one had a SNES controller, one had the Switch Pro controller, and we were playing this game, and we took out the bad guys, and it was a lot of fun. I had to play on easy mode because 2 of the other people I was with were a bunch of Nintendrones. But anyway, that's another story.
I mean, if you're trophy hunting, dude, easy is like the quickest thing. Like that's what I did for trophy, like the trophies aspect of it. But then you also have hard. You have to beat on hard or plus, and you have the Mania run.
Yeah,
and then having to get an S rank on each level, like that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's true. But that's another game we're talking.
Yeah. But with this one though, like I said, I mean, it's overall, dude, it's a fun ass game. That's why I picked it, and like I said, I didn't see that you picked the same game, so that's
all right. It's okay.
Life is just hella chaotic right now. Well, I got. You got
good taste though for picking this game because I don't think it's covered enough. I don't think it's enough appreciation or credit for what it is. I think people just think of 1 and 2 and they think 3 was the black sheep because of this reason that I mentioned and other reasons that the soundtrack was a bit weird and it didn't play. It was a bit too much compared to the first 2. But I think it's actually a very nice game and I'm glad you feel that way too.
No, yeah. Honestly, I also had the thought too. What this game would have been if they would have released it on the Game Gear.
Yeah, because there's only 1 and 2 on the Game Gear. They didn't bother with the third one, and I think it could have been really good if Sega. But I think at that point, Sega was so overstretched with what was going on. They're making games for Master System, Game Gear. They're making games for Mega CD. I'm surprised they didn't make a Mega CD version. making games on Mega Drive, making games from the new 32X and the Saturn that has come out in 1994. So they've got like 4 formats they're making games for. They're so overstretched, it's crazy. I mean, I've never seen a company. I don't think it will ever happen again. We'll have a console manufacturer that has 4 different formats they're making games for at the same time. And 1994 was a very busy year for Sega. In all fairness, I think we always talk about Sega as failing. I think their biggest failing is overstretching themselves and focusing more on hardware than the software. If they did, they could probably still be around today. That's my thoughts. But anyway.
So let's see. And I laughed too earlier when Joe was talking about his game because one of the persons that they were trying to fight, his name was Mr. X. And the main villain in this game is also Mr. X.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also Mr. X. Same person.
Well, it's Robo X technically. But anyway.
Robo. But I mean, going from the other ones, like I said, I mean, the main plot of this game is like, Mr. X, he runs a crime syndicate trying to take over the city. You got these 4 characters, and then you can also get 2 secret characters later on, just trying to fucking stop his crime wave.
The kangaroo.
Yeah, Rue and Shiva.
Yep, Shiva, the destroyer of worlds.
But actually, but using them though, dude, is actually pretty fun. It's a fucking.
I absolutely love this game because of the extra features that it has. That people, if you explore the game, you unlock the extra features, and that makes it so much more of a fun experience. So I'll say that much. But
if you and your friends have a disagreement, you guys can battle each other in this game.
That's correct. You got a dual battle mode, haven't you? So it's pretty cool.
But I know Joe was said he never heard of this game. So with this, I see him watching gameplay, and it sounds like he has something very smart to say about it.
Yes, so this is it. I'll say it before he says it. Right, I'll say it. There's actually a ROM hack where you can play as Blaze is naked, as Sprite is naked. I'll be sure to let you know about that. There's two ROM hacks actually, there's 2 different types of sprites. I'll be sure to spread the love to you after this podcast, because I know you're interested in that. Because that's your jam.
Spread it all over them.
That's right. But no, you know what? This is a very big game for Sega in '94, and I think it was a year where there was a lot of change happening at Sega. They were struggling against Nintendo. I mean, Donkey Kong Country has just come out in '94, and this was a game that kept them going. But yeah, the AI is a lot smarter than this boss was hard. Mona and Lisa, that's their name.
Yeah.
Yasha, they're called Yasha or whatever, Japanese game, but that was a hard boss. So boss battles were challenging.
I want to interject this. JDM has put it in. Quote for the episode: violence is not the answer. It is the question. And the answer is yes. Okay. And my take on that is violence is not the answer. It's the solution to all your problems. Yeah, anyway.
Get out of here.
Growing up as a kid, man, that's all we had was, our bare knuckles.
Boom.
At least for me, I don't know about everybody else. Fighting was life growing up.
I don't want to say anything that will incriminate myself. I'm not going to say anything.
You slap some bitches around.
I don't want to sort of get overly personal and detract from the gameplay thing, but there are some interesting stories I could tell you about stuff I've had to go through. But anyway,
we'll save that.
We're talking about beat 'em up. Your life is beat 'em up too. So.
Well, it is. It can be. Sometimes you have to listen. You have to fight for your rights, man. You got to defend yourself.
And you got to fight for your rights to party. All right, there you go. I knew one was gonna pull that. Yeah, very cool. All right, and we'll save Raj's stories. We'll save Raj's story for Timeless Gamers After Dark, a special Timeless Gamers episode where we are not going to hold back, and not more than we are now. Anyway, all right.
Few extra things with this one too. Granted, you can actually use environmental stuff like with this level right here. You have barrels coming down and you can hit them to throw them at enemies. What else? There's actually like the weight detection, the smaller characters can't pick up the bigger guys. So if you try to pick Blaze, if you try to pick up a bigger guy, just slams right on top of her. Joe? No? Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, the game overall, dude, it's amazing. I can play this game every day. Replay value is there. Every time I play it, it's never the same.
Just a little bit of a credit. If you like this game, have you ever played Streets of Rage Remake?
Not the remake, no.
Right, okay. So it's a PC game you can download for free. Project Bomber have done it. Get version 5.2, and I promise you, that is the best Streets of Rage game you'll ever play. better than Streets of Rage 4 in my view, and it borrows a lot. If you like the Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 of that Mega Drive era, and if you think and imagine if they made a 32-bit Streets of Rage game, this is one that Sega would do. It was such a good game, Sega shut it down themselves. They told the guy to delete the game and not put it on his website. But obviously, as we know, anything that goes on the internet stays on the internet. So if you find it, you will. It's made by Project Bromma. It's called Streets of Rage Remake version 5.
I've seen it, never played it, but what I do have is the fucking soundtrack, and the soundtrack is fucking amazing.
That's it, because the credits theme of this show is actually from that game, and I showed it to Sergio, and he said, "Oh wow, this is a really good credits theme." It's the credits theme of Streets of Rage 2. One of them. Just honestly, the sound team that made it, one of the developers passed away shortly after it, and the game is dedicated to him. But it's an amazing, it's in my opinion one of the most fun, best beat 'em ups I've ever played, and it's a fan game. And sometimes the fans can get it right better than Sega or the original developers. And because Sega weren't making a Streets of Rage 4 for a long time, the fans stepped in and they did it in the early 2000s. They started to develop it, and then they've made this. I think the version 5.2 is the last one that came out in 2020. And they tweaked it a bit and made it really good. But you'll enjoy it. I promise you, all of you listening to this, Streets of Rage Remake is the best Streets of Rage game ever, and you should play it. If you want to beat them up, that's the one. But,
oh my god, this level is always fun.
Yeah. You have to kick. You know what? I died so many times because I didn't know what I was doing, but you have to kick the thing, and you have to attack the blocks, and you have to kick it to get back. I didn't know you could kick it, so I just used to take damage and die, sadly.
Yeah, But overall, to end it so we can go to the next person, like I said, if you guys want a good beat 'em up game, for the Sega Mega Drive, this game's amazing. This entire series is amazing in general. Overall, good soundtrack for all the games. If you're in detail and sound effects and stuff like that, like everything's just on point and key.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just overall just a fucking fun game to play.
Yeah.
I think this is the one that I have the least experience with. Like, I've played it, but not as much as I've played the first two. For Joel and Joe, do you guys ever play Streets of Kamurocho?
I have once before. It's a lot of fun actually, and it does capture the spirit of the Yakuza, running around Kamurocho and beating people up. Yes,
it's basically the first stage of 2 Virage, but it has Kiryu and Majima as characters.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a lot of ROM hacks involving the Streets of Rage games that people have made.
This is an actual. This was released by Sega.
Okay.
For their 60th anniversary, I think, or something like that. But it's no longer available.
Oh, Streets of Kamurocho. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Oh, I know this. Okay, it was a blip in my memory, and I thought, okay, this looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was like they had released like 4 or 5 games around that time, and they there was a Golden Axe one.
Yeah. There was like a trial Golden Axe game to show you what.
Yeah, it was called. They called it Golden Axed because it was canceled. Yeah. There's a 8-bit by a Bayonetta. I forget what else. There's a couple of games that they released.
Now that you've mentioned this, I'm going to talk to the Rocking the Classics communities.
I was going to say, do you think you could put this on the mini?
Yeah, I can easily. I just need to speak to the Rocking the Classics community to get the ROM and the things, and we'll do it. Because that looks really fun. Because it's like Yakuza meets Streets of Rage, and they belong in the same universe anyway.
Yeah.
This looks like if Streets of Rage 4 was done on a Genesis. Essentially, even like the movement and everything. And like
what would be really cool is if Sega got Streets of Rage back, and because Yakuza is their like main franchise now, if they brought those characters to Streets of Rage and fused the franchise, that could work. I think it could really work well if they did the writing well. But I don't know. We'll see.
If Sega's listening, they need to make a Streets of Rage.
Sega angered me.
Streets of Rage Maker, like they did Mario Maker, and you can make your own fucking levels. That'd be awesome.
Sega have angered me with what they've done with that announcement, with them saying they're not a retro company, and then they went and elaborate, said there won't be a Saturn or Dreamcast Mini. Because actually, sorry Sega, but your best days are behind you. All your great IPs are behind you, and you're not even the company you used to be. Sega CSK was Sega, not Sega Sammy. And you're just a shadow of what you were. And until you start recognizing that, when you look at the amusement side of your business, people love you for the Mega Drive. That was your most successful global system. And okay, if you want to say the Saturn as well, because it was big in Japan, but have a look at those IPs you made. Have a look at those franchises you made. Yeah, look at yourselves, man. You could do so much better. Like, what, you scared of earning money? You're scared of making money. What's going on? So I wonder with Sega sometimes because but then I know it wouldn't be Sega without doing something stupid because that is Sega in a nutshell. Being a Sega fan is like being a fan of like a football team that loses half the time, but you love them anyway. It's one of those things. Anyway, it's like a great football team that was great in their heyday and they just lose now. That's what it is. But you're a fan, so you have to sort of stick with them. And they might have their victories and their battles, but they're losing this war right now. I think they have their highs and lows. It's one of those things. But you just can't. You just hope for the glory days to return. But is it going to happen? That's what it's like being a Sega fan. Anyway.
So for those watching and you guys here, actually, if you put this in your browser, it will install the game.
Oh wow! So you can actually play it now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to try and get.
So it's delisted, but if you know that link, because that's how I got it.
There we go. So it can't be hard to find. So I'll have a look into this one. Thank you for bringing this to my attention and remind me, Mr. Jose. I want to give this one a go because I remember there was like a whole list of like little temporary little mini games that they brought out to celebrate their 60th. And this was one of them. And obviously the Golden Axe that's another one I'd like to put on the mini as well. You know, Sega, like we love their legacy more than Sega do. So we are Sega. That's the way it is. Right.
Thank you, Sir Viraj, and thank you, Sir One, on tag teaming that one. Street to Rage 2.
All right.
Street to Rage 3.
Sorry, Street to Rage 3. We'll now go to a quick commercial.
Let's go to break.
Joe.
Start your own online live streams, webinars, podcasts, online classes, and virtual presentations with Streamyard. By using Streamyard's user-friendly interface, you can also do simultaneous multi-streaming if you have accounts to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms. If live streaming is not your style, video and audio recordings are also available, especially with those who have variable and inconsistent internet connections. The finished output will still come out as clear and well articulated exactly as you originally intended. You can also customize the appearance of your presentation, like green screen effects, facial touch-ups to smoothen out those facial blemishes, multiple cameras for multiple guests joining in the discussion, your own wallpaper on the background, adding your own logo as a watermark, sharing videos from your own computer or other website for added visual aids with or without audio, uploading your own background music if you wish to set the mood when talking, and lots more. Before you can enjoy all of the wonderful full features of StreamYard, you can start with a 14-day free trial by using our link. Not only that you are supporting the Timeless Gamers Show, but you can see it for yourself how easy it is using StreamYard. Do you like playing video games? Do you like reading about history? Do you like learning about video game history? Then you should give yourself the gift of owning some video game history books from BitMap. Since 2014, BitMap Books have published numerous colorful and well-detailed hardbound books about video games ranging from the different video game consoles of old and the various video game genres that will surely pique the interest of its core fanbase. BitMap's team of global video game journalists, players, and illustrators have produced numerous award-winning titles that celebrate the software, hardware, and developers that laid down the foundations for the billion-dollar video game industry we all know and love today. International shipping is also available with careful and considerate packaging from BitMap Books. If you don't want to take my word for it, then you can believe the people, almost 10,000 satisfied customers who submitted their glowing written reviews and video reviews after receiving their books from BitMap. By ordering your first BitMap book using our link, you will also be supporting the Timeless Gamers Show in spreading our love of video games and their rich history. All right, thank you for that. StreamYard and BitMap Books.
All right, and I think we have Jason up next, right?
Yes.
All right, Jason, what's your beat 'em up game of choice?
Mine was a new release beat up.
Mm-hmm.
It is the title is Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasions. Yes.
Oh.
This came out recently on Microsoft Game Pass as well. I gave it a try last night. It's a ton of fun,
Yes.
honestly. I'm not one who likes beat 'em up games as one of my main genres, but good choice, Jason. Tell us all about it. Tell us about Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
It's a retro style beat 'em up, the old
Hmm.
school side scroll
Hmm.
game
Yes.
with
Okay.
a 15 playables Marvel heroes. Each
15
car- each,
playables.
ca-
Okay.
each
That's wow.
character has a super moves powers
Hmm.
and a tag team system that lets you swap
Hmm.
between the two heroes in the middle of the battle.
Oh wow. Yes, I
And
do
also,
remember that one.
and also each stage is has a challenge.
Hmm.
Example,
Hmm.
Captain America need to defeat the Red Skull.
Mm.
Each stage is has a challenge every character in the game.
So each stage has a unique challenge to a unique character. Is that right,
Yes,
Jason?
yes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, that's much more detailed than other beat 'em ups, which are generic. Like this stage will only always have this number of enemies for this number of characters. But yeah, that's
And
pretty interesting.
the other character need to beat the five minions,
Hmm.
the the secondary character in the challenge.
Mm. All right. How did you get to try this, Jason? Did you play it on as a demo on Steam? Did you
On
get it
Steam,
on
I
console?
bought it or from
Oh,
from
you
other
bought it
trade.
from Steam. Oh, very cool. Nice.
Mm.
You got it on sale from the
The
Black
final
Friday sale?
the boss is very easy, but the final boss
Mm-hmm.
is very hard for me.
Okay. Who is the final boss?
is I forgot the
Is it one of the what do you call that? The Sentinels?
yes, it's I don't I don't remember the name of final boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. So yeah.
Galactus?
Oh, it's Galactus. Is Galactus the
No,
enemy?
it's not Galactus. It's
Mm-hmm.
We're
mm,
basically spoiling the game right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, the guy that looks like Ultron. I forgot the name.
yeah.
The guy that looks like Ultron. I forgot in anyway.
It's
So
look
yeah.
it,
Mhm,
it looks like Ultron in the
mhm.
picture, but it's
Oh
not.
yeah. It's not Ultron.
Annihilus?
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not Ultron.
Annihilus.
Annihilus. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Annihilus, I
Okay.
think.
All
Ayun,
right. Well. Yeah. That's. I like. All right. So personal opinion on this one, Jason. I like the artwork. It's very colorful and it's very close to the comic book counterparts. Honestly, I like the art style of this one. Also, I noticed that it features some of the lesser known Marvel characters like Beta Ray Bill instead of Thor, right?
I was
Yes.
going to say, like, it's cool
You
they
need
got Better
to
Ray Bill in here.
Hmm.
you need to finish the campaign to unlock the other characters.
Oh, so
Oh,
there is a campaign mode aside from the arcade. I think I tried the arcade mode. Yeah.
There
Oh,
is no DLC in
there's no
the Marvel
DLC.
Cosmos.
Okay.
Oh,
So who do we got in the roster? So we got Nova from the
hmm
Nova Corps, Black Panther,
hmm
Captain America. I'm guessing that's Ghost Rider there.
yeah.
Silver Surfer,
hmm
Phoenix,
Storm.
Venom, Wolverine, the Brown Wolverine,
hmm
Storm, Spider-Man, Rocket
Chris
Raccoon,
Claremont
She-Hulk.
Wolverine. There you go.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Iron Man, Beta Ray Bill, and Captain Marvel.
hmm It's a
Mm.
pretty good lineup, actually. How did you feel? How did you like the feel of the game, Jason? Did it feel good as a beat 'em up when you played through it?
It's, ba- it's a mixing of nostalgia, classic
Nostalgia.
action when I play it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Because at first glance, it kind of feels like the Marvel versus Capcom type of artwork and gameplay, but as a side-scrolling beat 'em up. All right, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, I liked it myself when I played a little bit of the arcade version. I'll have to give it another go through Microsoft Game Pass. But yeah, has anybody else tried this one?
No, I was excited for it when they announced it. I completely forgot my coworker at work was like, because he showed up to work the next day like hella tired, and I was like, "What? You not sleep?" And he's like, "No." He's all, "No." He's all, "Me and my brother were up like pretty late playing the Marvel Cosmic Invasion," and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "I completely forgot it came out." Like, so I'm gonna have to go get it.
All right, and
Is
yeah,
there, a is there a physical release of this? There should
I'm
be.
not quite sure.
I don't think there
It's
is.
also
I don't
up
think
to
so.
4 players online
Mm.
co-op.
Would have been nice if there is.
Would be nice, but
But
yeah.
I think when Turtles first came out, there wasn't, and it shortly after it came out.
Well, maybe maybe Jose's favorite company, Limited Run Games, will get on top of it. So maybe they
Whoa.
will. Yeah.
March 13th. Well, here in America, we're getting a deluxe edition.
On what platform?
It's gonna be on Xbox, PS5, Switch One,
Yay.
Switch 2. It's a steelbook. Comes with a poster, premium art cards, and a sticker sheet. And it, as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like it's a game key card game.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Oh, they better not be. God damn it.
No, I agree. It's annoying when you pay a lot of money for this shit. At least have the game on the card. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely, yes. All right. So Jason, good choice. Well, of course, never let it be said that we here at Timeless Gamers are avoiding modern games. We do love our modern games,
Yeah.
even the ones that just came out yesterday. So yeah, the good choice, Jason. Nice
Who's
choice.
your favorite character
them
to
up.
play as, Jason?
Oh yeah, there you go. Retro Vibes has a question for you, Jason. Who was your favorite character that you played?
Captain America and She-Hulk.
Yeah,
She-Hulk.
Because
my dude. I played Captain America. It was so much fun throwing the shield around, and the fact that it returned to you. You don't have to run after it. So yeah, nice. I
Very
like
nice.
it.
Thank you, Jason. Very good.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of so basically this game is a love letter for those people who grew up with the original X-Men arcade, the Avengers arcade,
Yes.
and the Marvel, War of the Gems. Clearly, all of those in here, and it's a nice touch because it's not just the X-Men, so it's not just the Avengers. So basically, all of the Marvel. This is basically the MCU, a playable MCU game.
And I like
Save for better rate build though.
Yeah, and better rebel is sometime in the future, but I do like the inclusion of Chris Claremont Chris Claremont Wolverine, and
Wolverine.
Hela showing up there with the MCU style, lots of swords popping out of her. Very cool. I like that.
A lot of the antlers.
Yes. Little nods to all the properties, not just the comics, not just the arcade games, but also the movies as well. Very good. Good choice, Jason. I like it.
I mean, what Venom is
Have
in
you-
here?
Jason, have you finished the game?
Have you finished the game, Jason?
I know.
Not yet.
The binary boss is hard.
And this is what I'm saying. Like these games, they're built for like you need to have more than one player to really enjoy it. Like guys, like I can't stress. Like one things I like doing is just getting people over and you just play together. So if you've got 4 of you playing on one screen, it's just so much fun. Like what I love about BitMap is the joy you have when playing with friends. There's just so much fun there saying, okay, you do that, and you strategize. It's fun. But sadly, a lot of us have lives now, and like we talked about earlier about being time rich, and then finding someone else who's as time rich as you or has the time to do this is hard. So you have to wait for the holidays. And I spent the holidays 2 years ago doing Streets of Rage 4, which was so much fun with all my 4 mates. So it's just finding time. Sad, isn't it? But it is what it is. But yeah,
Are they planning to add more characters in this game, like a DLC or something like that?
I would assume
Because I
so.
find it strange that you don't got the street level Marvel characters here, like I don't know, Daredevil. The actual people who actually fight with their fists. You know.
Um, that's interesting.
I
I
mean,
would assume because
if, if
even
you're
Shredder's
playing like
Revenge
a
had
real big beat 'em
characters.
up, where's Punisher? Where's Nick Fury? I mean, Daredevil. What the hell?
I think
Iron
they're going
Fist.
for, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one. It makes me wonder: do they pay Marvel a license, or do all these characters separately have a license? And these obviously the sort of peripheral Marvel characters, but these
I'm
characters are
imagining,
dead.
yeah, I'm imagining each one has to be uniquely licensed, I think,
Yeah.
because yeah, sure, there's a blanket Marvel contract, but for specific ones, you
Like
may have to
Spider-Man is
pay
the
a
most
higher
expensive.
price, yeah,
I,
and
I bet you.
Oh shit!
I bet you
Luke
they will
Cage.
announce
God damn it!
something
mhm.
at the Game Awards. If they're gonna announce DLC, I bet you it's there.
Yeah, that's true. That's usually how they do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Where's,
you'll
oh
pay a
shit!
premium.
Where's Blade?
Oh,
Where's
Blade.
Blade?
Yeah, definitely Blade.
Where's Blade?
The Daywalker. Yes, definitely.
But
We need
yeah,
some vampire representation in this game, though.
There's always only gonna be one Blade. Anyway.
Wesley
There's only
Snipes.
one Blade. Oh,
Wesley
speaking of which, where's Deadpool? Deadpool should be in
No,
here.
Deadpool
Anyway.
would be cheating already because
yeah.
yeah.
He's overkill him. But yeah, but no, it's a wonderful game. I was aware of it because it came up on my feed, Jason, but I never really, cared too much to look into it because there's just so many video games now. That's what's happening. Like we're so spoilt for choice, and you can like that Streets of what's it, Cow or whatever it's called, yeah. That's a blip in my memory, and it's like Jose just brought it back to life. Thinking, I remember this. Oh yeah, and now I've like gone back. I've actually literally posted it in the Rocking the Classics Phoenix testing group, saying, look, can we Kyland, can we put this game in there? I've just suddenly put that there. Can we find a way to get this running on the mini? So it's fun. It's fun to like resurrect these titles, and at games like that, obviously, I know I'm detracting from this particular game, but games like that will never see the light of a day again, and they should be brought to life again. Whereas something like this AAA title, I think people are going to enjoy, and it's something that I'm going to look to playing because as I get older, I'm more into. I mean, you see me with this Metroid game that I just picked up earlier, but I'm more into this sort of indie 2D stuff. I'll be real with you guys, like that is just fun. The indie 2D side scrollers and beat 'em ups, there's just so much joy to them, and really, they're the games that I really want to start playing now and enjoying. And sadly, I've neglected this genre that's very close to my heart. But no, this episode has made me realize, okay, let's enjoy it. And starting with Jose's choice that he had, which was that Infinity Gems game, like the fact that he beat it, it sickens me that he's beaten this game and I haven't. So I have to do it,
And Viraj took that personally. Okay.
A character for this game, though, man, they need to add Jessica Jones. That's just me.
Jessica Jones, yeah.
Yes.
Jessica Jones would be good.
Yeah, Jessica Jones too. Yeah. The Defenders, of course.
Mm-hmm. But with everything too, like what Rod was saying, just unlocking core little memories about games, like the game that Jose picked, and it's like cool, like it brought me back to X-Men. Like what was that one for the NES? The Mutant Apocalypse. Like that one right there was like one of my favorite ones. Playing Streets of Rage. Like it's a good game. And just a bunch out there.
I think in terms of beat 'em up, Streets of Rage as a series is the best one. I think Super Nintendo, what their Final Fight, and we haven't even talked about it because I don't think it's even that good personally. I've played all three of the Final Fight games and played all three of the Streets of Rage, and Streets of Rage 1 is better than Final Fight 1, Streets of Rage 2 is better than Final Fight 2, Streets of Rage 3 is better than Final Fight 3.
Final Fight 1, me personally, is just the best.
Oh, but I remember Viraj told us about that Mega Drive version someone's working on.
Right. I haven't sent it. I'll send it to you guys because I've got the prototype ROM. I'll put it in the group so you can play it. It's not funnily done. So Mario Xavier is on Twitter and he was upset because it leaked. But now that it's out there, I might as well put it out there. He's still going to finish the game anyway. But there is a Final Fight MD. There is a Final Fight CD as well that exists. And that is actually probably the best version of the game that era. But this Final Fight MD you can play as Maki. Yeah, and there's a lot more extra modes, and I'll send it to you guys. You can play 3-player simultaneous play on this game as well. So you can play as Haga, Guy, and Cody, and you can have 3 people couch co-op and enjoy the game for what it is. So I'll share it with you guys. It's a prototype ROM. It's leaked anyway, so I don't mind sending it to you now. It's been like a month now, so I might as well show it to you guys. And it was basically he had a Patreon, so only patrons were able to get this ROM. But because one of his Patreon leaked it anyway, I got it obviously because I'm I have these connections, but I'm happy to share it with you guys because you're my Pishun. So you can judge it for yourself. And if anything, the game's going to be freeware anyway when it comes out. But it gives you a taste of what we can do with 16-bit and pushing it to the levels. Because let's be honest here, when a lot of these beat 'em ups came out during the 8-bit, 16-bit era, they only had a 3 months, 6 month development cycle. They were pressed for time, and they couldn't give it the finishing that they could. And if Capcom could take their time with a lot of their games, they could have had a nice polish. And what a fan has done is what Capcom could have done, and it shows the potential of what you can do if you've got time on your hands and you want to really make a passion project out of it. One thing I'm really looking forward to, I know it's not a beat 'em up, but it's Castlevania Symphony of the Night getting a demake on the Mega Drive. And I've seen the guy Pigsy on his YouTube channels. He's got a development schedule. I've been watching what he's doing, and it looks really outstanding because it will be a different type of game. It won't be a one-for-one comparison, but it will have its own features. It will be its own thing on its own Steam, and that again will be freeware because obviously it's not going to acquire the license to Konami easily and try and make money out of this. No, it'll be freeware, and we can enjoy it. And this is what I'm trying to say as well, which is we're so spoilt for choice with. We got free homebrew developers. We've got new homebrew developers. We have great indie developers now, contemporary. We have new AAA titles. We're sport for choice with video gaming. So, earlier your point in the show and tell part where we talked about how it's going to get expensive because of RAM and all that. We have so much great stuff even behind us that is free that we can pick up. Do we even need to spend that kind of money? Which is true. Like this is Infinity Gems game that I'm going to pick up for free just to prove a point that I can beat the same game Jose can, just on hard mode. But I'm not going to pay for it. It's already on my build. It's there, but I'm not even playing it. We're so sport for choice, and we're living in a renaissance, a wonderful period where we have retro meets modern, and it's an exciting time. So I'm not going to focus too much on the cost of things. We just have so much great stuff now that we can just pick up and enjoy, and that's a great thing, guys. So
Agreed.
Let's smile, pussycats. Let's have some fun. That's what I say.
I want to mention Makasoni's comment. He said, "Love the art," referring to Jason's game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And also, he wants a Harry Potter beat 'em up. Maybe in the future we'll get one.
Just talking about beat 'em
Harry
ups.
Potter
A game that probably nobody's heard. Maybe Jose. You ever played Baby's Kids?
Sorry. You're
cut out.
cutting out
No.
one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you're good.
No. One game that I haven't played in a long time, and I think only one person will know it is Jose. Is Baby's Kids to beat 'em up.
Baby's Kids. Okay, I know of the animation, yeah, but I don't know about the game. Okay.
On the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That one just popped in when Raj was talking.
I almost picked that one just to make it like a random ass game.
Well, it would be a good beat 'em up game. Would be Disney characters beat 'em up. Something like that. Where you would have, I don't know, Mickey Mouse beating up on. But then again, that would never come to fruition because of the Mickey Mouse laws happening with copyright now, where they keep pushing copyright laws further and further into the future, into the infinity. But yeah, that's something to think about. Anyway, so yeah, good choice with game, Jason, and back to you, Retro Vibes.
Thank
And then
you.
RP,
So, we will now move on.
You picked the #1 ranked game in beat 'em up. You did.
I did. Yeah. We'll now move on to Viraj, your beat 'em up game.
You're gonna maybe pick another one. I'm doing twice to it because I did all his work for him. I just want I did his work for him. All right. Okay, so we talk about Final Fight CD since I mentioned it, right? But we bring that up because it's not a common one. It's not one that gets covered a lot. So as I mentioned, the Final Fight game on Super Nintendo was absolutely trash, in my opinion. I know it was like the first port, but it baffles me why they only made it one player. Yeah, and then they made a special Final Fight guy, so you could play his guy in Final Fight on Super Nintendo. But and then also one of the limitations with Super Nintendo hardware was because it had such a weaker processor compared to Mega Drive. It's half as fast. It couldn't handle as many moving sprites or as many assets, so you didn't have as many villains in Final Fight on Super Nintendo. It wasn't even much of a challenge. So fast forward a couple of years, we have the Sega Mega CD, and Capcom released Final Fight CD on Sega Mega CD. All right, and again, this is a game that had some localization that was done to it. There's a bit of censorship in this game. Like in the cutscene at the start, you see, this is one for Sir Joe. Yeah, you see her in a little bralette. When she's getting captured. Yeah, but that's all censored now in the Western release. That's something that Sir Joe's taking notes on. He pulled a pen out to see that. So there you go. So you have that. But again, we obviously the soundtrack on this game is phenomenal. Right, it's better than the arcade version. In fact, it's the best. The arrangement they did with this is such an listen to that beat drop when you first get into the first stage. It immerses you into the game. I think sound is a very important thing. We don't talk about it enough on this show, but the sound in this game is outstanding. Okay, and one thing that really makes this for a much more immersive experience, I feel, is the hit sound. The sound of it. So when you got a guy here, when he punches a guy. You can hear it, like that punch, that sound that they use is really big. Like sometimes you can hear some tinny sounds in these beat 'em up, thinking what you call that a hit sound. And there's a lot of SNES games that are like that, and some Mega Drive games too. But this one, you can really feel that connection, like that punch. That guy's really punching someone, and you really do feel that. And when you go through this game, you have a lot more villains, a lot more assets, better animation, better use of color. It's just a better game all in all. Again, very arcadey in the way it plays, and that's what you want from a beat 'em up like this, which is obviously an arcade classic now. Again, you got the 3 players that you can play as. This one didn't have that. This one has it. With the Mega CD one, of course, you mentioned it. Obviously, it's got simultaneous play. You can play as 2 players now, so you have that. Other features, as I mentioned, in terms of presentation, when you turn it on, there's voice acting. So as the story, if you've ever played this game, you've got like Hager is the mayor of the city, picks up the phone. There's this, I don't know what the organization is called, the bad guys. They're like, well, we got your daughter. We're going to do this, and that. And who are you? And you listen to him and you hear like the perverted laughter of the guy on the phone. It's quite dark. But anyway, you play the game, you get into the game, and you can pick, one of the 3 characters here and just get on with it. But yeah, this is for the era and for a long time, I'd say this is the definitive way to play Final Fight on at home. It's Final Fight CD on Mega CD. Anyone ever played this game? Anyone got any additional thoughts on this?
I played this version because I was going through like a thing where I was playing different versions of Final Fight, and this one came up. And then there's actually I say ROM, but ROM for this that actually changes the color back to be more closely to.
Yeah, you got a color hack for this.
Yeah,
give it much more vibrancy. Yeah.
And the only version I haven't played of Final Fight that I want to, and I think you've posted it before, Viraj, is Final Fight 1 on the GBA.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah, that's a good port. That's one you should have.
So I want to try that one out.
I love I'll sell it to you. Yeah, I'll sell it to you. We do business.
You're just trying to get my money all the time.
Yeah, I'm right. I want to take some money out of your fat ass pockets. Right? I want to take some of them dollars.
Just send them some pesos.
Yeah, send them some pesos. No, but honestly, obviously, that's actually quite a common game for Advance. I'm sure you can get it in America anyway. But yeah, it's definitely one to own on the Advance because it plays really well. And again, it's available. You also check it on ROM if you want, but playing it on the original cartridge, you know what I mean. It's worth playing. Or you could just get an R4 or a GBA linker card and put the game on that and play it that way. There's so many ways you can play it. But Final Fight 1 is a good port for this. But this is, in my opinion, a better. Obviously, it's multiplayer and it's on a big screen, and that's how you want to play these games. One thing I'll say about the Game Boy Advance port is the colors seem a little bit more washed out than this.
Yeah,
that's all I will say. But otherwise. Yeah,
I think it might have a color hack too.
It may do. I haven't really looked into that, to be honest. But then, why would you create a color hack for a ROM when you play the Sega CD version? I don't know. It makes me wonder. That's it. But I'm sure it has its own sort of properties. I haven't really played too much of the Game Boy Advance game. I've played it for like 2 stages, and I realized, okay, this is a good port. But this is better. So why am I going to continue playing it this way? I'll play it on this version. But that's my thoughts on that.
One side note, one piece of hardware that I would want to try when it comes to play beat 'em up games. Have you guys ever heard of a Core FX?
Yes, Core graphics.
Are we
talking about the PC engine? Are we talking about the Core PC engine?
It's a haptic feedback vest that you put on, so you feel like when you're getting punched, like playing fighting games and shit. So it sends haptic feedbacks.
Oh no, I've not even heard of this sort of device.
It came out I think before COVID. Before COVID hit.
Was that the one that was gonna stab you?
It's the one. It just sends little.
I remember there
pokes at
being
you.
one that they were like, "Oh, it was gonna actually like hurt you for real."
Best Buy actually has a more updated version. The Woojer, Woojer. Best Buy sells it, but this Core FX one was like one of the first ones that they did, and I've always wanted to get one, but it's like never got it. But just like beat 'em up games, dude, like I really think it'd be fun to kind of just like when you're getting hit, smacked around, tossed, you just feel it.
I don't know, man. I mean, why would you want to get hurt, like, for real?
We're talking about haptic feedback vests. I think they had that on sale on Black Friday. I was just wondering about it. Like, if you did first-person shooters, if you did.
I think it's for everything, but I mean, I'd say more like fighting type beat 'em up games would be more fun with it. But then too, if you play like games like COD, if you're doing the campaign, then yeah, it'd be fun because if you play on hard, you're just gonna be fucking shot the fuck up. So you're just constantly gonna be.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of that movie Ready Player One where they wear these suits and they can feel things. You know what I mean?
A lot like that. Speaking of which, Ready Player One video review sometime in the future.
Sir Joe is wondering.
Oh yeah, we should do a review.
Sir Joe is wondering: is there a penile attachment that he could add while he watches his pornos?
I knew this was coming. I
mean, don't need an attachment as long as you have a nice little suction cup area on your chair. Just bam.
And then add VR glasses to it, right, Juan?
Visual stimulus. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
Dumpster porn.
We've gone from pain to pleasure. That's what we've done.
And we're one step away from the hollow deck already. Anyway,
you spend the rest of your days in your holodeck getting locked to your face.
Quick question, Viraj. Comparing this version to the GBA version, how would you say it fares?
Oh, the Sega CD version is the better game.
No. I mean, like the GBA version. You're the GBA master.
Yeah.
How does the GBA version? How is it? Is it as enjoyable or less so in compared to like the arcade version, shall we say, or this one?
I'll probably say like if you're gaming on the go, I think for the time it was a very good game on the Advance. It was a good port for what it was. Because if you look at the Game Boy Advance and you're playing it on the sort of GBA controller, I haven't got one there. You got a tight control. It's obviously a SNES control I'm holding, but it's all there, isn't it? You got your D-pad, you got your two buttons, one for jumping, one for kick, and you got your R button there. You can easily access if you want to do the sort of power-up spin kick or whatever it is that guy has. It's a tight control scheme altogether, and it's good if you want a game on the go. However, like I said, the colors seem a little washed out from the feel on the GBA version. That's my only real criticism. The controls are tight. The GBA has enough processing power to fight more villains, so it's obviously better than the SNES version. I've never played the SNES version. I'll play the GBA version if I'm gaming on the go. But the Sega CD for now is a superior game. But I do suspect when Final Fight MD drops, that will be the one. That will be the GOAT out of all the Final Fight versions. I know that it's had ports on been PlayStation. Like there's like a PlayStation Arcade collection, and this was on there, and it's had like other ports subsequently. So I don't know what they're like. To be fair, I haven't accessed those. I'm sure they're very good as well. But this is like the one that I really like because of that soundtrack that comes with it, and because of the way it plays, and because it offers multiple for its time, and I think it still holds up compared to all the other ports. And I think they're just arcade ports. That's what the one is on the PlayStation. It's the true port of the arcade game going forward. And that's something else altogether. I think now we're at an age now we can get MAME emulate and play the arcade ports and play the PlayStation version.
I just like Final Fight for the fact that the mayor himself goes hands-on and starts beating up bad guys.
He's still Freddie Mercury's daughter. He's coming for you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Freddie Mercury has had enough and is about to give a beat down of your life.
He's gonna break free, You didn't let him ride his bicycle.
That's true.
We could go on. But,
all right.
But I think I think it's worth the Game Boy Advance version is a very good port for what it is, and I think for the handheld for a GBA game it's great. But if you want to have like a much more fuller arcade experience, you play the Sega CD or the arcade ROM itself. And obviously, I mentioned Final Fight MD, and I'll send you whatever after this chat is finished. Remind me because there's a few things. I got to send the Naked Blaze hack to Sir Joe. And I got to send. Yeah, I'll have to
All
do this.
right. So speaking of which, I think it's Joe's turn to talk about his beat 'em
He's
up
been
game of the
waiting
episode.
patiently, like 50
Yes,
years.
that's
He
true.
likes
That's
being
true.
last. What are you doing about waiting patiently? He's just chilling, mate. He just enjoys the show. He likes being last, waiting patiently.
All right.
Like,
Let's see what
he's
Joe has for us.
I think he
Has in
dreads. I
store
think he
for us.
dreads when it's his turn. Personally, but
I'm
go on.
curious. What does Joe have in terms of beat 'em up? I know it's not really his genre, kind of like me.
He got,
But yeah,
he got
I'm
that
interested
stuff,
what
mate.
he's
He's got
gonna
his
pick.
wife beater on. He's ready. He's got his guns out.
Yeah, there's that. That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. Let's have it, Joe.
Like Sir Joe mentioned,
beat him up, Pornhub.com.
beat 'em up. Okay. Guys, I mean, you know me, I'm a JRPG guy. However, okay, unlike the shoot 'em up games, I find the beat 'em up games a little bit more enjoyable, a bit easier for me because there's no rhyme and reason. Just beat up all whatever anyone who comes within range, striking range. I mean, that's it. I mean, say what you will about special moves. You don't even have to do all of those special moves. Just doing simple punch and kicks and throws. Eventually, you'll finish the game. Eventually, you know what I mean. So, um, so I remember before we had our own our very first console. So of course, we went to the arcades, and much of the fighting games back then also came with the beat 'em up games. Okay, so I'm representing right now one of the arcade exclusive beat 'em up games that we have in this episode. These gentlemen here keep on talking about Sega and Nintendo, so I'm bringing it back a little bit more closer to from the late '80s and the early '90s. I'm talking about
Atari.
Ninja, baseball, Batman.
Mhm.
I mean, all those words, put them all together. So wild. What? Ninja, baseball, and Batman? Oh, hang on. Oh,
Say
I'm
that
sorry.
5
Not
times. 5
Batman.
times.
It's Batman. Okay, like an actual bat, like a walking bat, like a anthropomorphic bat. Not a flying bat, like a baseball bat. All right. So ninja, baseball, Batman. Okay. So
Oh,
He died.
We lost him. Okay.
We lost
All
him.
right. Momentarily. We'll
Okay.
until Joe comes back. I honestly thought he was going to talk about Sailor Moon, the beat 'em up arcade game. Honestly, I thought.
I
For a
thought
moment
he was
there.
going to talk Alien versus Predator.
I mean, yeah, actually, he could have. All right, Joe, we have you back.
there you go.
We were just saying that
There
we
you
were
go.
expecting you were going to bring up Sailor Moon, the beat 'em up game. But anyway, continue.
I would have actually.
Mm.
I was thinking about it, but you know what? I'm being wholesome for today.
Okay, fine.
Oh, that's probably why he didn't do Alien versus Predator either.
Oh, understood.
no,
Okay,
no,
yeah, that's true. Okay. Ninja
So
Baseball Batman.
There you go, guys. So ninja, baseball, Batman. So you're playing four ninjas here
What
who are
console is
actually
this?
baseball players as well. All
What
right.
system is
The
this for?
overall story. Okay. Ahem. So picture this. The National Baseball Commission has this golden statue. Okay. A golden statue of a baseball player, a famous baseball player. The baseball cap, baseball bat, the golden baseball ball, the golden baseball catcher's mitt, right? And the baseball sneakers and all that. So apparently somebody stole it. So the commissioner now wants the ninja baseball Batman, because there's four of them, to retrieve said items. Okay, all across the United States. If you're playing the states, the U.S. version of this, so the items are scattered in 6 different states in America, of course. But if you're playing the Japanese version of this, of course, the Japanese prefectures are gonna be featured. So, like I mentioned, 4 playable characters here. You got the red baseball ninja. You got the so he's a little bit more rounded character here. Uh, average striking strength, reach, speed, technique, and then you got the yellow, the big guy, the yellow baseball uh, ninja Batman. Okay, he's a little bit slow, so think of it like Final Fight or Streets of Rage. Of course, the bigger guy is a little bit slow, but he hits the hardest, of course. And then you got the green ninja. He's short, but he moves fast. Although his reach, because he's small, his reach is only so little, of course. Okay, but he makes up for it with his speed. And then the blue ninja, he's the slimmest and the tallest, and he also has the longest bat. So he has a longer reach than everybody else. He's a little bit slow, but he makes up for it because of the reach that you can get. All of the so each character takes a little bit of a page from the other unique fighting games, the beat 'em up games out there. So each of them has their own special, unique maneuvers or desperation moves. If you know how to, so there's a certain move list that you can that you can do, unless of course you have the manual for it. You'll not you won't even know it. There is this short tutorial during the demo of the game, but not all of the move lists are shown in there. So unless you read Japanese, there's a manual out there that you can try. So you can do all of these special moves. In some cases here, you'll get some power up items scattered across the stages. Sometimes you'll get this special power up where the baseball team cheerleaders will show up, very busty, nice asses. They
Why
all
didn't
look
you
the
show us
same.
that clip? Why are you showing us this stuff with all these men? Why can't you show us the?
Oh, they were there earlier.
Yeah, the
I
bitches
guess
were there
they
earlier.
were there
Oh,
earlier.
miss out,
Uh,
man.
it's very fast though. It's like they're only there for 5 seconds. So once you got that power up, they'll it's like one of those special bombs where all of the enemies will just disappear once they're there. Um, and to my knowledge, they're only available like what 3 4 times throughout the game. Um, Enemies here, pretty much what you'll see. Mostly baseball related enemies. If like all balls, like sometimes you got some baseballs in there. Sometimes you're fighting
Literally fighting blue
with
balls right now on the screen.
yeah, yeah. You're fighting with the umpire, stuff like that. So as you can see in the gameplay, very colorful, very bright, very vibrant. All right, and it can be very chaotic as well. It's one of those arcade games that you really need someone playing with you to get along with it. And I downloaded the ROM file so I can play it with my Vita. Unfortunately, according to the subreddit group, uh, Ninja Baseball Batman is one of those arcade games that is very difficult to emulate with the MAME emulator.
Yeah.
Okay, um, unless you find the proper ROM set and the right emulator, it's gonna run really slow. It's very unplayable.
Mm.
I was able to find uh, a proper ROM set. My Vita was my Vita was not up to snuff, unfortunately. So I was able to play this on a proper MAME emulator using my laptop, and eventually it did work. Full speed, 60 frames per second. I managed to finish it within I don't know within 2 hours. maybe more than maybe an hour and a half. I mean, it's a short game, really.
How many
The
quarters
stages
does
are
it
quite
take you?
short. Yeah. No, I mean the stages themselves are quite short. It's just that it feels long because there's way too many enemies coming right at you.
That's the
So
arcade
it kind of
experience.
feels long.
Yeah.
That's the arcade experience. One thing I like about this, about the games, that you know how in Mega Man X4 there's this warning, when the boss comes in. Here it's like four baseballs with trumpets will just spring out all of a sudden from the underground.
Mm.
That that signifies, oh, there's a boss coming. It was shown there earlier in the gameplay, but they're just there for like 3 seconds. So uh, once they're there, of course, the boss is coming up. One of the bosses that I remember, like that gave me the what the fuck moment was, so we're at the stage is you're in a plane, and then the boss is a plane, so you're fighting a plane inside the plane. And that's the first boss actually. So it's an anthropomorphic plane. Oh, I'm sorry, an anthropomorphic plane who is also a boxer. So like a boxer, like a punching plane. It's weird. This game is very, very, very weird. Very zany. Okay. But still, in terms of a good old fashioned beat 'em up, stupid fun. One of the
What do you do that ball?
one of the yeah, it's one of the best beat 'em up games that I played so far. I would say Alien versus Predator would be my favorite, my number one. Cadillacs versus Dinosaurs would be my number two. This will be my number three.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs, basically beefcakes and Brontos. Okay.
Hips and hoes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's certainly a very, very colorful game, and I can understand the stressful aspect of trying to emulate this on anything else, because there are problems. Whilst we have MAME and it's a great thing, I think a lot of people forget that these games were so over-engineered that it's very hard to even emulate. Like, there's some games where you emulate it's fine, but then you'd realize, oh, it's missing assets. There's this one beat 'em up. It's a Sega System 32 game. I forget its name. Arabian Fight, and the background is black on certain levels, like the Egyptian level is black, and like, what the hell's going on? And when you actually play the actual ROM, oh crud, that's actually, when you manage to get it working properly, you realize, oh, it's there. So assets will go missing. So the best way to sort of emulate some of these early 90s, mid 90s games is on a PC. Even these, like, it's nice to put on your Vita. I get it, but it's just not gonna. Some of these systems don't have the memory or muscle needed to work. I mean, if you've got a Pi 5, then okay, fine, but a Pi 3 just ain't gonna cut it, and that's like the sort of power maybe of, well, Vita is actually more like Pi 4, 5 anyway. But even then, you're gonna have issues. But it's a tough one to emulate. So I understand the frustration you probably went through to get this running. It is a beautiful game. I mean, look at the attention to detail in the art. Look at that drawn art.
Look at the artwork representing the shininess of the plane.
Yeah,
of the plane.
clean.
It's
clean. It's really, a lot of love went into this. Very cute game. Very cute game. Very fun game, and it doesn't take itself seriously. Like, it's ridiculous.
No.
It's a ridiculous game, but I think it's a game.
Oh, god damn it! This is not a very serious game at all.
No.
It's ridiculous, but I mean, it's fun, and that's what you kind of want with some beat 'em ups. I mean, yes, there's edgy stuff like Streets of Rage and Final Fight we talk about. Some of these beat 'em ups, you get some cutesy stuff like this. It's alternative, and it's a lot of fun. I know Taito made some cutesy stuff like this as well that I've been playing on my Egret 2 Mini. So there are some alternative styles of beat 'em up, and it's very good that you brought this to our attention, because beat 'em ups don't always have to be so serious. Why so serious? So you can enjoy this, you know. I don't know what the music is like in this. That's one thing you haven't touched on.
It's not like Streets of Rage, definitely.
Yeah.
Very arcadey. Maybe I can. Well, I'm not. Well, most likely we're not gonna get flagged for the sound for this one. Here.
Okay.
Very arcadey.
Very.
Really.
Yeah. I mean, right. To me, that's
So
just
it's
noise.
not- yeah.
But anyway, it's
Yeah,
I
it
think
just
the
sounds
noise
like
doesn't-
I mean, it's not gonna win the soundtrack of the year, of course.
yeah, but it goes. It doesn't really. You know, they could have had a better soundtrack. It doesn't fit the graphics of this game, in my opinion. But hey, listen, it's a fun game that I think people can enjoy. And was it 4-player simultaneous play?
In the arcade, you can go for, yes.
Yeah, that'll be a fun little
Yeah.
game.
And
It's a
so
shame
that-
that stuff like
so,
this will never
yeah.
get a re-release though, because Irem made this, and Irem are they more of a holding company now? Do they even exist? Who has the rights for this? It's a shame because this is a game that's locked to its format, and it really would be benefit from a Steam or a home release, you know. So there we have it. But anyway, it is what it is.
It just it just makes me it just brings to mind for me the obsession that Japanese have with baseball. I have no idea what touched that off. I mean, it was a thing way back in the 80s with the movie Gung Ho with Michael Keaton, and the Japanese have really taken to baseball. I have no idea why. But yeah,
not just baseball, soccer,
yeah,
volleyball,
yes, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, but
Swimming.
it happens like even
freestyle swimming.
Mm.
even in India, they're crazy about cricket, and it's not even their sport. The British game, I guess maybe that's what it is. So
The British like cricket, even here in Australia, they like cricket. I'm like,
yeah, what
dude.
the hell? But that's the thing about the British; they're great at
baseball,
inventing.
stickball.
They're not good at playing them. The British, they're good at inventing things, but not playing them. But anyway, yeah, it's nice though that people
I
like.
think it just goes to show that the Japanese had to look at baseball and adapted to it very quickly. The Japanese had to look at cricket and say, "Fuck that shit. We're not doing this." You know?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's whatever they like, isn't it? You know, and they'll pick and choose whatever sport they want, and they'll just emaciate around their culture, and then they'll make something of it. Obviously, the Nintendo president, Nintendo CEO, Nintendo famously owned the Mariners, right? Seattle Mariners, you know, so they got a stake in this. So there is a relationship, you know, a trans-Pacific relationship between Japan and America, and they'll take on certain things. So
All right, so I think we're
Well,
gonna
apparently, there's a comic book release for this game as well. They had really big hopes for making this like a successful franchise. I mean, they do kind of feel like those early Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Sentai kind of vibe
VR
going on.
cruisers. Yeah,
This is the early 90s, guys, so I can understand that.
All right, I think we can
made R-Type. All right.
I think we can play. Yeah, I think we can put a pin on this. And RV, I think we've gone through all the panel members. You have a game for us, right?
Yes. So when I like to host, I like to play a little game with guys. We played it before when I hosted the wrestling one. Viraj, you weren't here, but we currently have a champion, Sir Joe. It's just a basic.
Why am I not surprised? Go on.
It's just a basic game where previously it was a who am I, and I would give clues. Surprisingly, when I gave the first clue, he guessed it straight away. So
Not even the first
I'll try and
word.
make it, I'll try and make it a bit harder this time. So we're going to be playing a what am I game. So I've got an item. I'm going to give you the first clue now. And we're playing for the title, the Timeless Gamer Championship.
Yeah, the Timeless Gamer Championship belt. All right, let's get to it.
First clue. I am a short-ranged weapon. I chose this item because it relates
What,
to
knife?
Yeah. No, not a knife.
Sounds like a dildo.
I was originally used as a farming tool, not originally designed for combat.
Oh,
A scythe.
A kunai.
a trowel.
No. In some countries,
A
it's
hoe.
banned due to safety concerns.
Your hands?
A what? A rake?
This might you might guess it from this one. Bruce Lee helped help this
Nunchuck.
item. Sir Joe, we have a new champion, Sir Joe.
Yeah! Woo!
Really? That was a farming tool?
Because it was a thresher. They threshed wheat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. It was supposed to
And
thresh
it was
wheat
used
so that it separated the
Really?
wheat from the
grain bark.
chaff.
To grain bark. And in some countries, it's actually banned. I believe in.
I did not know that.
In Norway, Russia, it's been classified as heavily restricted. classified as dangerous weapons. But as soon as I said Bruce Lee, I knew you'd guess it. So
Yes,
congratulations.
absolutely. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was a
Bruce
giveaway.
Lee.
Yeah.
There you go. You watched all the Bruce Lee films. There you go. Even the one where he only survived halfway through the film. Anyway, continue.
One more thing before we end it. Does anybody, have outside of the games that they picked, another recommended game for somebody to play for the beat 'em up style?
Beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up style. I would say Sengoku. If anybody is familiar with the
Yeah, yeah,
Sengoku arcade games, that one is fun. It's not a pure beat 'em up because you still pick up weapons. Well, so that's true. But then again, the weapons only stay for a short time, so it still classifies as a beat 'em up. Sengoku 1, 2, and 3, good arcade games for beat 'em up. You guys might want to give it a try. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Ate a lot of my tokens back in Glicos back in the day in the Philippines, or quarter munchers, as you would guys know. Or that's my suggestion.
Or-
Sengoku 1, 2, and 3. Give it a try, Juan. You might enjoy it.
I will.
Or Ninja Warriors.
I think there was another one in the arcades, Night Slashers or Night Stalkers. I completely
No.
forgot what it was called. Where you are beat 'em up and you kill zombies, punch and kick through zombies and vampires and things like that. Yeah. All right. So you guys might want to check that out too as well. As you guys know, I'm a huge arcade guy. So a lot of the arcade games, I always champion. Me and Joe love those. And he seems to have lost connection again. But yeah,
It was called Night Slashers by Data Reese.
Night Slashers. There it is. That's it. Night
All right.
Night Slashers.
What about you,
All right.
RV? Would you recommend?
I think-
I'd recommend.
No, I don't, unfortunately. But if you haven't already, the one that I selected, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, definitely classic. Everyone's selection, great games. Even Jason, the more modern ones, you can tell how much it's grown from Sir Joel's one, from the very first one to all the way now. It's just really good. And thank you so much for everyone to presenting their beat 'em up games. I think we'll have last words before we sign off.
Jason?
for this
Yeah.
episode.
Jason, do you have another recommendation?
Jason, do you have a recommendation for Juan? I think he's looking around for more beat 'em ups.
Not for me, but for everybody.
But
on
for the
channel
audience, for
and
the
everybody that's listening.
and for the audience as well. Yeah. Jason, do you have a recommendation, or would you like to pass on this one for the moment?
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, you think about it a little bit, Jason. Well, we'll move on to anybody else who might want to toss
Raj,
something in. No
what you
worries,
got?
Jason.
Maybe.
I did say the Ninja Warriors, didn't I? So,
Warriors?
Yes, you mentioned that. Yeah.
but there are two different ones. There's obviously the Sega CD game, but there's also one on Super Nintendo which is different, and there's also a new one called the Ninja Saviors for Switch, which is like a remake of the SNES one, and that's probably the best one, to be honest. It's like a beat 'em up like action side scroller, but give it a go. It's not like the best game in my opinion, but it's definitely different and it's worth giving a go. You might like it. I like the soundtrack to it. I think it's really cool.
Oh, Richard Ryan Ortega and the chats. Something really interesting that he just mentioned right now. IREM Properties, or is it IREM? IREM Properties is now being handled by Granzella, and some of their products is still under review for re-release. IREM is a tremendous company. They've got a great back catalog. If they can release some of the old classic games, thanks very much for that, Ryan. It would be a treasure, honestly, and hopefully be able to get them as physical as well.
I've actually got that game that he's mentioned in the second point. It's called Pulararula, or whatever it's called. I have it played Taito Egret 2 Mini as part of the Arcade Volume 2. It's like a game that Sir Joe would like because there's some sexual innuendo in there. But it's on the backdrop of a kiddie cartoon game. Like, oh my god, they have this amusement park, and there's a woman spreading her legs like as part of the entrance or something. So I'm like, what is this? It's purely Japanese cartoon, and it's a fun little beat 'em up. I've got it on my Taito clip hits, so it's very good. I was going to say Taito Clits, wasn't I? Taito Clits? What's this? Taito Hits. But give it a go.
Yeah. All right. Retro Vibes. Bring us home and pass it off to Joe for final say.
Thank you, Sir Joe. Yes, thank you, everyone. Firstly, for bringing and presenting your beat 'em ups. Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed listening to these classic and what, like Jason presented, a modern beat 'em up. Signing off, Sir Joe. We'll sign out with everyone's, I guess, shameless plugs now.
All right, we will just do our shameless plugs. Let's start with Sir Juan. Where can they bear your knuckle?
Well, on all social media platforms and gaming platforms under the Raiders. Too, I also make music, and you can find me on all music platforms under the Raiders, same gamer tag or lyrical as JDub. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Sir Juan. And how about Sir Jose? Where can they streets your rage?
Um, first, just to throw off a couple more beat 'em ups people can check out. Zombie Revenge on the Dreamcast.
Oh, I don't think I've tried that one.
The Bouncer on PS2.
Oh,
and
Bouncer, yes.
then SNES, and I think it was on Genesis too. Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage.
Yes.
But you guys can find me on all social media platforms and all gaming platforms as Dark Gothic Fate right there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for me.
All right.
All right.
Just to add on
Very
games,
nice, Sir Jose.
River City Ransom. If anybody's ever played that game's amazing too.
University Ransom, yeah.
We got River City Girls now, haven't you, on the Switch?
Because with that, yeah, fun. Go ahead, Rush.
There you go. How about Sir Farad? Where can they find all your fight?
You can find me in on this streaming with us here at the Timeless Gaming Podcast. I do come here every now and then. But you can also find me on the Sega Genesis group on Facebook. Obviously, as you know, I'm a reseller of Bygone Games, so you can find me on X at Bygone Games UK. And you'll find me lying around. But yeah, good stuff. But yeah, in terms of other beat 'em ups, yeah, like some of the new modern stuff is really good. I did mention, obviously, River City Ransom was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Good Game Boy Advance port. There's a River City Ransom EX, and that's worth checking out. But other like River City the River City Girls games 1 and 2, and River City Girls 0, newer modern takes on it, and they actually make River City Ransom look like so much like this is such a step up from River City Ransom. River City Girls are great. Okay, back to you guys. Yeah, you can find me. Why can't you just say the port? Why can't you just go straight to the hub? Yeah, why does it be extra?
Because you said find me on X, and that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It could have been worse. It could have been X Hamster.
That's true. Oh, okay. Nice call. Okay. That's my choice of the side of choice. Okay.
Speaking of X hamsters, Sir Joel, where can they double your dragon?
Oh my goodness. All right. You can always find me here on Timeless Gamers Show, unless real life gets in the way, which is unavoidable sometimes. And you can find me streaming some of my classic and modern games on twitch.tv, on rumble.com, and on kick.com, #FUFB. I need to say I also liked Jomenten's comment here on the chats. I still like MJ's Moonwalker. So yes, that's also classified as a beat 'em up if I recall correctly. And I'm kind of surprised that nobody brought the Kunio games, which are which is Vendetta as it's known in the US. But anyway,
River City Ransom is Kunio, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
That's
That's right. Yeah, that was brought up. That's true. River City Ransom, but there are other Kunio games that are also beat 'em ups. But
Technos Japan stuff. The Technos Japan.
Technos Japan stuff. Yes, that's true. So yes, you can catch me always here on Timeless Gamer Show, and we hope that you we're thankful to everybody who stayed on throughout the show. All right, back to you, Joe. Oh, and completely forgot the new streaming platform, streamer.live, streamr.live. Really light, really fast, really easy to use. If you are looking for a brand new streaming site to make a name for yourself at, streamer.live, streamr.live. Subscribe, sign up, and find me there as well. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joel. And how about Sir Jason? Where can they River City your ransom?
Okay.
You can find me in Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch.
Nice. Under what username, Jason?
Only 3.
Yeah. J.Zion, or is it what is the name of the channel?
J Zion on
J Zion.
On my name on the three platforms.
All right, very good, excellent. We'll post links to Jason's channel links on the chats, both here on live and later on. We'll make sure that anybody who has an interest in streaming and his showing new and retro games will subscribe to your channel. Thanks so much, Jason. All right, back to you, Joe.
And of course, the show captain for tonight, Sir RV, where can they alter your beast?
Well, you could-
That was one of my game
Rise from
recommendations.
your grave.
You can find me on YouTube under Retro Vibes. I want to thank everyone for contributing with their beat 'em up games. Been lovely hearing all of them. And back to you, Sir Joe.
And real quick,
All right,
RV, have you ever played a game called
Under
Fighting
RV.
Force?
Fighting
Force?
Force. Oh yeah, that
I've
was
heard of
good.
it.
Fighting
Yes, Fighting
Force.
Force. I don't think I've, yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of beat 'em up games that we haven't really mentioned, guys. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
for
That's
all
true.
of you watchers and listeners, if we haven't really mentioned your favorite game, we'll just say it in passing. You got Gauntlet, you got Legends, you got Knights of the Round. What else? What else is in there?
There's a lot. That's why I asked, if anybody wanted to throw another game or two out. Just for that reason, just to kind of give everybody more of a kind
The
of
Power Rangers
open-
games.
Power
Well,
Rangers.
Yeah, and people can post their
lost Joe.
choices in the chats, not just on live, but also while they're watching the replays. All right, back. Oh, we lost Joe again. Okay, all right. Well, we'll we'll just close it out, and at least we have him on a frozen pose where he's smiling, right? It's like we're talking about him having passed on. Anyway. And okay, so we'll close it out. Our bodies and minds may grow out of date, but our gaming will always and forever remain timeless. All right, enjoy the weekend, everybody.
All right.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much. I hope you guys have a great
Bye.
weekend, and make sure that you guys have a good time. All right. Okay, so let me just end this out. How the heck do you end this? Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Play the end video.
Beep.
I don't know how to do it, Jose.
I'm not watching with you guys, so I can't do it.
Oh my goodness.
gotta
Okay,
end
now
it.
we're in trouble. Okay, now. Oh my
We have to wait for Sir Joe to get back because he's got the end credits.
Well, I
ready.
guess.
I know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is
Well,
the peril of doing it live.
Well, then we'll just talk a couple more games. There's a Captain America and the Avengers. That's another game.
Yeah, that was a Data East game. It was a Mega Drive
Yeah.
and the SNES version, isn't it? I think the SNES
Yeah.
version was better, though, to be honest. Captain
I'll take
America
it.
and the Avengers. That's
There's
how
a
it's-
Double Dragon games.
I'll take it up to something newer.
Battletoads.
That came out.
Yeah.
Battletoads and Double Dragon.
Hmm.
That was fun. Also, good soundtrack too. Hack and slash and beat 'em up. But
All right, so-
if anybody likes,
Golden Axe. We forgot about Golden
this
Axe. This is good.
Scott
Yeah.
Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
all right.
All right, Joe's back. I'm sorry, Joe. I completely forgot how to close this out. I already closed this out with our motto. Just end it for us. Thank you so much. Put us out of our misery.
Man.